Hey everyone, how are y'all? And Zara, how are you? Hey Crumb Crazy. Hey Judy. Stone Gator, how are you? Hey Cheryl. Ray, how are you? Hey Doug, how are you? Vapor, how are you? Hey GJ, how are you? Obsessed for Disneyland, how are you tonight? Okay, so I see that Nightbot won't act up again. Hey Big Al, how are you? Sweet Candy, how are you tonight? Finally making it in for a session. Hope everyone is well. Completely lost on the case, so I will be paying attention more than contributing today. Then I'll catch myself up. Okay, Big Al, no problem. Hey, Michelle, I'm doing good, thank you. How about yourself? What is up with? Oh shoot! Hold on, y'all. There we go. Oh, shit. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get my chat to act right. Hey, Simple Butterfly, how are you? Hey, B, how are you tonight? Cassioc, how are you? Hey, Tina Marie. Simple Butterfly, yes, ma'am, I'm doing good, thank you. Yeah, I'll be watching but not chatting. ADHD, but on the okay, Cheech, no problem. Hey, musical. Hold on 1 second, y'all. There's something on my. Oh shit. Hold on. Okay. Wait, little baby. Okay, that's fine. Hopefully mine will stay on live chat tonight. It doesn't keep bouncing back and forth. Hey, Glowbug, how are you? Hey, Dreamcatcher. Sweet Candy, yes, I'm doing good, thank you. Glowbug, I'm doing good. Hey, y'all. Hmm. Just trying to get all my stuff pulled up here, everything out of my way. Hey, Deb, how are you? Yeah, Deb, there's like some crazy rumors going around. Uh, okay, so I just seen White Widow Baby's email. P and Dizzy, how are you? Oh, Cheryl, I heard that too. That they were taken, was it for a sacrifice or something like that? Okay, and Crime Crazy, I just seen your other email where you were responding to all that we were talking about, and yes, I will agree. There is neither one. Okay, the person showed up on Truth and Transparency and went and talked to her. Because it's bullshit. Panzizzi, I got the video. It's it's crazy the things that are being said. And literally what like between 9 and 10 minutes, a 9 to 10 minute video. And it's crazy. You checked it with a magnifying glass. Well, I will agree. It's not there. I think it's just BS rumors. That's it. Hey Dino, how are you? And just the rumors on that video, there's some rumors that this person has posted on Facebook and on Twitter about the chief of police in Moscow. That's just a little outrageous, honestly. And Pandisi, that is true. If she is, so what? Which I don't think she is. You know, the we've all seen the pictures. There's no Adam's apple. The girl is not. But if she was, what has that got to do with the case? Seriously. And how did she rush for a sorority as a guy, and then all of a sudden she's a female? No, Dino, it's not real. Okay, so this person is saying that Dylan was attacked last Monday, the 13th, which was also the same day that he's claiming Chief Fry was arrested. Now, don't y'all think that if either one of these things were true, that would have been all over social media? Like the news would have just they would have jumped on it. Okay, hold on. Hold on one second. Okay, y'all. Kat, how are you? Willie's for real. How are you? Sheriff Moon is the one that should be arrested. Yeah, I just hey, Mom Bear, how are you? The whole thing with Sheriff Fry, y'all. Come on, he was arrested by the FBI. I mean, hey, wait, little baby, just crazy, crazy stuff, and the stuff that he's saying about Dylan getting attacked, and you'll hear it in a video in a minute. He's saying that there was 3 other guys in the house that did these murders at night. Um, these are the 3 people who attacked Dylan. And then he turns around and says that she was attacked because she was trans. Uh, then he says she can't speak out because there's the gag order. But then he's going to have a an interview with her Wednesday. But how are you going to have an interview with her if she's under a gag order and she can't tell her story? Hey, Jennifer, how are you? Cheryl, no, she wasn't attacked. If she was attacked, yeah, Mom Bear, I heard that too. If she was attacked, that would have been all over the place. Seriously. And saying that about Ethan, all this stuff that has been put out and there's no receipts to back it up. You know what I'm saying? It's exactly been dizzy. If she would have been attacked, it would have been in the news. If Chief Rob would have been arrested, that would have been in the news for sure. It's just it's a lot of it's a lot of BS rumors. I'm trying not to cuss tonight, y'all. Let's see. Gross is the word you're looking for. Yes, gross. Thank you, Mom Bear. Okay. No, Vapor. It's not him. I do have a video though. Um, that this guy put out, and like I said, it's like it's between 9 and 10 minutes long, and it's a lot said in those 9 to 10 minutes. I swear, bucket is full tonight. Well, I'm trying not to swear tonight, so it's intentional. Yeah, it's just there's so much, and I was that's why I asked y'all to give me just a minute whenever it was time for me to go live because I was trying to listen to what all was being said on this other channel. Just it's ridiculous for real. Mom Bear, Mom Bear, if you do take a drink from me. All right, let me jump in my email real quick and find. And I'm gonna screenshot this. Give me just 1 second. Oh shit, maybe I should do it like this. Hold on. Okay. Well, damn, I lost it. Oh, did he delete it? Oh, no, he didn't. Okay. I'm trying to screenshot something off of Facebook so I can exit off of that. And I thought he had deleted it. Hey, Petey, how are you? Maybe the police will rope some of these pot stirs. I'll set an example. What he's doing is dangerous, y'all. Seriously. He's claiming also that um, the knife that Bryan used. Hey, King Scarlet, how are you? He's saying that the knife that Bryan used was also used in another murder. That April 2020 was like the closest date I could find that these murders happened is still unsolved. And he's saying that the defense has the knife, but the knife was in Chief Fry's truck. Well, if Chief Fry somehow ended up with it or they found it or whatever, I think Chief Fry would give it to the prosecutor. I don't think he would give it to the defense. Hey, Pickle Me Ammo, how are you? Okay, so Pickle Me Ammo, I'm fixing to play a video real quick of this guy who's putting out like some really just outrageous rumors. And you'll see what I mean once I play it because it is crazy. Oh, Pandizzy, thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to the family. And Simple Butterfly, I know who he is on Twitter. I didn't know who he was because I'd never seen his face before. But when I first saw the video, uh, I saw what he was saying about Dylan in the title, and I told my husband I know exactly who that is off of Twitter. And then I kept watching it, and he said another little thing, and I was like, "That's exactly who it is." So I went over to his Twitter, and sure enough, he's got videos of himself all over his Twitter as well. No, Willie's is not him. Speculation Station, how are you? Okay. Hey, see you too. How are you? Okay, I'm trying to get everything caught up real quick. Okay. Okay, so I'm trying to catch up on everything. He's claiming that this boy named Cody is Bethany's brother. Uh, Cody is one of the people who were in the house that night that did the murders. Also, he's claiming that this is a boy who one of the three guys that attacked Dylan, and that because Dylan was such good friends with Bethany, that's the reason why Dylan was also spared the night of the murders. Telling y'all, it's a lot. Let's see, like these. Let me grab the video now. Hey, Brad, how are you? Okay. No, I don't want it to play right this second. Oh my gosh, why does it keep playing? Okay. I believe zero. If that dude story. Hey, Meg, how are you? And yeah, I don't believe anything he's saying either. Uh, no, Judy, he's not. He lives he lives in Illinois, I believe. I'll just put it like that. In the words of someone else we know, fucking cloud chasers. I was just y'all see what I'm saying once I pull this up for those. I know a lot of people has probably seen it. Um, no, Judy, I haven't checked his Venmo. Happy Cactus, how are you? I probably should, though. I really probably should. See what kind of shenanigans he's got going on over there. But honestly, I just got a name for this guy, so thank you, Willies. Yeah, if y'all haven't done so, hit the thumbs up while trying to get this video up and going. All right, y'all. Hey, Carrie, how are you? So, you just wanted to say hi, all listening while working and tricky to chat. I'm just making sure. Is that his mom's face? uh, I, I don't, honestly, Vapor, I don't know. For real. It looks like he's got a bunch of boxes uh, packed up, is what it looks like. Happy Cactus, you haven't missed anything yet. I'm fixing to play a video of a guy that has been putting out some stuff about Dylan. Just a bunch of crazy rumors and stuff like that. Like I said, once y'all see the video, y'all will understand the craziness behind it. Okay, I need that to stay up there. I need this off. Hold on, I'm trying to get all of my stuff. He knows Dylan is trying to follow us. Oh, Pandizzi, he knows it because he's an expert, because that's what he is, which is fine. I'm gonna go ahead and put this out here real quick before I play the video. Oh shit, hold on, I gotta check a text. This dude said that he is gay, or not gay, I'm sorry, trans. So I'm putting this out. That doesn't matter to me. Whatever anyone's preferences are with that, that is fine. Hey, Jay, Luck and Scorpio Joe, how are y'all? Um, if that's what he chooses and that's what makes him happy, then I'm happy for him. There's nothing against anybody who is trans or anything like that. I don't look at people in that way. I don't care what color your skin is. I don't care what religion you are. I don't care what sexual preference you have. I don't care about none of that. I look at people as the way they treat people and their morals and respect that they have for people. Um, but the things that he is saying is dangerous. And y'all will see what I'm saying with this. And I'm going to play a little bit of it. Um, I'm going to play a little bit of it and then pause it and talk about it because, I don't want to take any chances on a strike or anything like that. So it only matters to me that he used that as his reason for getting involved. Yes. That is true, Mom Bear. It's almost like he's hiding behind it and saying that he's an expert on it because he has went through that. And that's how he knows that Dylan is at, because he's an expert at it. And I mean, if she is, it doesn't matter. It has absolutely nothing to do with this case. Absolutely nothing. If she is, then so what? But that is exactly what is happening. It is being hit behind and saying that he is the only one, because he is like that. He is the only one that should be able to come out with this. And like someone said in chat, it's if she is, hey, Street Legal, how are you? If she is, it wasn't anyone's place or business to put that out. That was only her story to tell. That's her business. That's her place to tell when she's ready to come out. He told truth it wasn't him on Twitter. Now, Cheryl, because if anything, she may have kidney problems. Who knows? But that's not for anybody else to be putting out someone else's medical history either. He's talking about uh, dialysis, and he's talking about a possible transplant and all this and that. I mean, if you have one good functioning kidney, I have a stepsister who was born with one kidney, and she doesn't need a kidney transplant. I mean, there's a lot of people who live with one kidney and don't need a transplant. You have one good one and one at 50%. They can take the one at 50%. If it gets worse, take it out and, you know, still live a healthy, normal life. You may have to change a few things, but you can still live a healthy, normal life. All right, 1 second, y'all. And, like I said, it's whatever his preferences are. I am not bashing him. I don't want anybody in the chat to bash him based on what his preferences are. Um, and I'm not saying anybody would. Just I don't want anybody bashing him because that's not right for us to judge him as far as what his sexual preferences are or whatever. So I'm not bashing him. I just don't believe nothing he's saying on this. And even though I have questions about Dylan and may not, and may not believe everything that has to do with her, I still don't want her to get hurt by somebody putting lies out. Okay, 1 second, y'all. Yeah, Cheryl, I seen that. Exactly what Little Baby. Not judging his sexuality, just the stuff that he is putting out and the things that he's saying about Ethan. With absolutely no receipts to back it up. I'm sorry, but I hope that Ethan's family didn't see that. Okay, Mar, no problem, honey. And if you do fall asleep, we love you and we hope you continue to get better. And real quick, one other thing while I'm thinking about it, can everybody please keep Gigi and her husband, Gigi Jardine, that comes in chat all the time? Can y'all please keep her and her husband in your prayers? Street legal, no, she is not a guy. Yes, B. He is. He thinks that because he is an expert at it and should be able to tell that Dylan is, and that's why he's saying that she is. Plus, he claims that he has. Hey, Reba, how are you? Plus, he claims that he has a source or an informant. See, I watched this since earlier today, and I'm shot like then the message from BK's mom. Chris else. Okay. All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and get this play in. And like I said, I'm just going to play a little bit of it at a time and then stop it and discuss it.
On Monday of last week, Dylan Mortensen was attacked by 3 men. These 3 men, plus an additional man, are the killers who were inside the 1122 Keene house.
Okay, can everybody hear it? Happy Cactus, nothing happened to her. Her husband's just been sick, and she had emailed me the other day, and I told her that I would ask everyone, to keep both of them in y'all's prayers. Okay, and I just wanted to make sure. Thank you, Pickle Me Elmo. Let's see. Hey, Aaron, how are you? Let's see. Okay, so he is claiming that last Monday, February the 13th, that Dylan was attacked by 3 guys. And these 3 same men are hey, Sweet Pickles. It's low. Okay, hold on. Let me cut it up a little bit. Oh, wait, it's up as loud as it'll go. Hold on. And he's claiming that these 3 guys are the same guys who are responsible for the murders of Kaylee, Maddie, Ethan, and Xana. Cheryl, they didn't, honey. They didn't. Uh, they didn't attack Dylan. If Dylan would have been attacked by anybody, it would have been all over the news. Okay, so that is what he's claiming. He was claiming this without any type of receipts, only from his source. All right, so let's play a little bit more. He's been talking to Kim. All right.
On the night of November 13th. Now, I want to name their names, but I probably shouldn't. I've already received threats in the past, and I'm not exactly looking forward to getting more.
Okay, if anybody knows who this guy is on Twitter, and I'll pull his Twitter up later. If you go through it and you just follow the stuff that he's been saying on Twitter, um, he says the names in his Twitter who he's talking about, these three guys. Scorpio Joe, thank you so much for becoming a member and welcome to the family. Sound higher pitch. Okay. Penny this morning, like early this morning, like super, super early, probably before daylight this morning, he had like 200 and something subs. Now he's got 830. Funny that he sounds so quiet with myself. Yeah, Mike. Okay. I just ended our live with him for 2 hours. I was listening to this bullshit. Yeah, Sweet Pickles, I seen that. That was one reason why I was kind of like a minute or so late coming into mine, because I was trying to listen uh, to everything that was being said. Yes, Ray, this dude he is trans. Or he says that he is. And he's saying because he is, and he has went through everything, and he'll explain it in the video a little bit, that he is an expert on it, and that's how he knows that Dylan is. Woodberry, how are you? Hey, Rogue Mama, how are you? So hard to follow down. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next thing, because there is one thing in here, y'all, that is just like crazy. Hey, BC, how are you? Is he on this go? Seems to me like yes, I think he is full of shit. Chris Wills, how are you? All right, y'all, let's get back to it.
Due to the extra ridiculous, unconstitutional as hell gag order, Dylan cannot talk.
Remember that. Due to the gag order, Dylan cannot talk. Remember that.
And tell her story. But I can. I am working for the defense off the books, and I.
Okay, did y'all just hear that? He's working for the defense off the books. That is a complete lie. Why would he be working for the defense off the books? If you have all this information, no, Jennifer, he's got his baseball cap on backwards. Crime, yeah, crime crazy. He said he is working for the defense off the books. If you have all this information, or you can get this information, and you have an informant, and you're working for the defense, why would you be working off the books? Why wouldn't you want to get paid for that? Yeah, don't forget about the gag order, because let's remember, Dylan can't tell her story because of this gag order. Crime Solver, how are you? Lonely won't leave me alone. How are you tonight? Exactly, Vapor. He can't tell her story, but just let's listen what he has to say. Hey, Ashley B, how are you? Okay, let's get back to it.
I am not subject to the gag order. Any intel fed to me is through a means of communication that does not break the gag order. That information from my informant gives me legal grounds to speak on this topic
Hey, Lisa B.
and to tell Dylan's story for her. The reason Dylan was attacked is because, yes, Dylan is trans. You heard me right. Dylan is trans. I know this to be a fact. This is information that I exclusively know.
Okay, so there's a gag order. If I had to pull the gag order up, I will. But it does say that anybody who has anything to do with this case, right? So if he's working for the defense, whether it's on the books or off the books, then wouldn't he be subject to the gag order as well? He was working for the defense but didn't know who Ann Taylor was. He said to Lana, who was Ann. Oh my. I must have missed that part, Michelle. I only caught like, I don't know, probably the last 30 minutes. Well, probably not the last 30. Because I think she just ended her live. So about 30 minutes worth before I went live. Hey, hello, Kitty. How are you? Unless he says something is going to happen on Wednesday. Oh, yeah, Wednesday, y'all. He's supposed to be doing the interview with Dylan. But I think he also said something about supposed to be some arrests that's supposed to be happening or something. Hey, KDK, how are you? Lulu, how are you tonight? Hey, Nikki, how are you? Mega Truth and American Princess, how are y'all tonight? Let's see. Where was he up until today? Penny, I don't know. He literally has like 3 videos um, on his channel. And this is the most recent one. But, Dylan can't talk because of the gag order, but he's going to tell her story for her. Did you know Nicola was found? King Scarlet, I knew that they had found a body yesterday. They said that it was 2 dog walkers that had found her, and then they confirmed today that it was her. Hey, Prosser Gang, how are you? Okay, so let's get back to this.
I have a middleman, my informant, who's talking to Dylan for me.
Another informant with no name. Hey, Sniper, how are you? Let's see, this guy claims his source is from the DoD. Trust me, as a 15-year veteran of Special Ops and 2nd Ranger Battalion, the DoD has zero interest, info, or knowledge of anything. Read this case. Sniper, thank you for that. Has anyone checked to see what Justin pronounced, or would hate to run the risk of YouTube striking for misgendering? And Big Al, he says that he is trans. Okay, and the other roommate. Okay. Okay. All right. If Steve can't talk, then anyone who is associated in any way or form. Okay, so let me finish playing this.
When I say that I have informants and sources, I'm really not joking about it.
No, he's not joking. He's technically lying, though.
They're real and legitimate. I'm also being attacked due to being trans. As I have gotten closer,
Okay, so you hear what he just did. He just said that he's being attacked because he's trans. I haven't seen one person attack this guy because he is trans.
and closer to the truth of what all happened in Moscow, I've been getting more and more resistance, pushback, and I have even had, assault and death threats. Which, for those of you who are responsible for those threats, I've already given them to a lawyer. Have fun with that. I'm absolutely the wrong trans guy to screw around with. I always tell you, fuck around and find out. Well,
If y'all follow this guy on Twitter, y'all will know exactly who he is just by him saying that. That was another thing that literally gave away who he is. Let's see, he said luminol was used to recover the latent footprint instead of saying amino black. Anyone else find discrepancy? Yes, Michelle. Because it clearly says in the PCA that they use amino black. Please send me a DM. Okay, hold on one second. Let me do it, Big Al, because if not, I will forget it. Uh, uh, hold on one second, y'all. Okay, I just sent it. Okay. Talking about morality. Even though I work in the legal field, I still lead in that place with my core. And after all, okay, I'm just trying to catch up real quick. And you're welcome, Big Al. Hey, Tara, how are you? Bless his confused heart. Okay.
fuck around and find out. I'm not going to back down from this challenge because I'm not afraid of challenge. Challenges such as going through the entire process of transitioning from female to male, including 20 full years of transition. That's social, legal, medical, surgical, everything.
And Jay
I
Luck,
have
yes, that's
fully
exactly what he's
transitioned.
doing.
I am now post-transition, including phalloplasty surgery. I breezed right through it, had all 4 stages done in less than a year and a half. I'm completely done with phalloplasty. So, I'm pretty sure.
Rogue Mama, I'm sorry I missed your message. Thank you so much for becoming a member for another month. And he said his source gave him riddles instead of info. And I'm sorry that I missed that. Yeah, he says, I think a lot of what he says is riddles too, honestly. Let's see. Oh, wait, Big Al, he locked his Twitter. Okay, Big Al, what I'll do tonight, because I do follow him on there, I can do some screenshots and DM them to you. Let's see. Okay, this guy is gonna, when he gets served with a cease and desist order of not a full defamation suit for discrediting the DA, why would DM pick a YouTuber with 300 subs? Sniper, that's what doesn't make sense. He claims that she can't tell her story because of the gag order, but then he turns around and says he's going to do, he may have an exclusive interview with her Wednesday. But how is that going to happen if there's a gag order? Okay.
I'm an expert on this topic. Pretty sure it's also not the place of someone who is not trans to be telling this story or talking about this topic. I mean, you know, that said, shall we get to the meat and potatoes of it?
No, he can only tell Dylan's story because he's an expert at it. So therefore, he thinks in his mind that because he is this way, um, he's an expert at it. So therefore, he should be able to tell Dylan's story. Not Dylan tell Dylan's story, if this was true, but him.
Thanks, harsh reality. I'm stealing that from you. When Dylan was attacked last week, she suffered kidney damage due to blunt force trauma. Her injuries from this attack are more severe than anyone understands due to a specific combination of medications that Dylan has been taking.
And remember, there's no proof whatsoever out there that Dylan has been attacked. He's literally running with this, claiming that 3 guys who were in the house tonight on November the 13th that committed the murders are the three guys that attacked Dylan. Hey, Protected, how are you? Ty, how are you? He has no proof whatsoever. It is nowhere else that Dylan was attacked last Monday on February the 13th. So if it's not all over the media, like the media would have literally uh, ran with that the witness in the Idaho 4 murders was attacked. Like that would have been all over the place. Lisa, this is a guy who was claiming that Dylan was attacked by three guys uh, on February 13th, and she's claiming that one of these three guys, well, all three of these guys were in the house on November the 13th and committed the murders of the four kids. And that one of those guys she's claiming is Bethany's brother, and because Dylan was such good friends with Bethany, that's the reason why Dylan wasn't hurt that night. The shitty spews about Ethan is straight disgusting. I pray for his family does not see this or hear about this, but I have a terrible feeling they already have. Yeah, like absolutely no proof of that with Dylan either. I'm sorry, not Dylan, Ethan. But even if Ethan was that way, who cares? It's not his story to tell. He doesn't want to be attacked for being the way he is, but then it's almost like uh, he is attacking Ethan for allegedly being that way when Ethan wasn't. If he was, then why did he go home with Xana that night? You can clearly see in all these pictures with Ethan and Xana, they're always hugged up with each other. They're always smiling. You can tell that they loved each other. It wasn't Xana pretending to try to cover it up for him. It wasn't none of that. So it's disgusting. Yes, that was the word. I was trying to remember exactly how he said it, that Xana was his beard. This kid, both of these kids were murdered for no reason. Even if he was gay or bi or whatever, what does that got to do with anything? Seriously. Okay, let me get back. In my live chat keeps. Okay. Wait, what was Pickle Me Elmo's question? Is this one of Banfield sources? Oh, Pickle Me Elmo. I hope not. Honestly. I just saying it's all about drugs and money, not about. Okay. All right.
These specific medications can cause high blood pressure, heart problems, and type 2 diabetes. The type 2 diabetes is why Dylan was put on lisinopril. Lisinopril treats all three of these problems at the same time.
He's literally putting, if this was true, he's putting Dylan's medical information out there. I highly doubt if Dylan would be telling anybody all of her medical issues. Seriously. Yeah, it's me. Yeah, I know it's not, but some of the things that he's saying, it's disgusting. And yeah, B, that is true. There is a HIPAA law out there. You can't, I don't know who his sources is. Loaded Hot, how are you? Um, you can't you can't put people's information out there like that. You just can't do it, especially with no, like, that's just, he's going to end up getting sued. What's going to happen? Can't imagine how Dylan's dad would appreciate. Exactly, Mom Bear. I mean, I don't think that there's any man in his right mind out there who would appreciate another guy talking about their daughter like this. And if I was Ethan's family, I would be mad. Seriously, for what he's saying about Ethan. And Taylor's going to kick his ass for saying that he works for. Yeah, I mean, he just came straight out and said he works for the defense off the books. Okay.
Which is why they did not give her something stronger and faster acting to treat the kidney problems. The medications would have interacted and caused more problems, which nobody wants, right? So, this is also why Dylan has to have dialysis right now. Because the hormone therapy caused these other problems.
He literally knows her whole medical history. C is going to get the shit beat out of him, then he will sue for a hate crime. Yeah, that is true because that's what he even says it in here that she was attacked because she is like that, because she is trans. Now, he is putting uh he's put these people's names on Twitter. Who he's talking about, the three people. Now, we all know how there's some crazy people out there who are all for Bryan being innocent, for Bryan getting out of this. There's women out there who are just completely in love with Bryan, like we've all seen it. And then you've got people who are against Bryan and they think he did it and all this and that. But he's putting these people's names out there saying that they had something to do with these murders and that they were in the house that night. So what is he going to do if he's putting these people's names out there and had nothing to do with it? Because he's literally going to fuck around and find out. Yeah. But these three guys have nothing, absolutely nothing to do with these murders. But he's putting their names out there. And somebody crazy because they think that these three guys had something to do with it, but they're still walking around free. And these three guys get hurt because of the lies that he spewed. It's ridiculous. Like what he is saying is it's dangerous. All right, and like I said, I have questions about Dylan, but I don't want her to get attacked, really get attacked or get hurt because of stuff that this guy is saying. Yes, it's me. Yeah, that's what he is saying. That he was female and then transitioned into male. Possibly distraction and possibly going off what other people are saying to defend their obsession. Yeah. Being in mom's basement as a prosecutor to know. I just it's a very dangerous thing. And then he's saying that Chief Fry was arrested last Monday, also on February the 13th. He's saying that Chief Fry was arrested and has because he's involved in two murders of two people from the I think it's like he said like what an hour below Chicago. These two people were murdered. These older people, they were both prominent attorneys in the area, and the knife that was used on them and on their dog was also the same knife that was used on November the 13th. This is the shit we get because of the gag order. Exactly. The gag order came out, so people start coming out of the woodworks saying all this bullshit. And see, I'm already cussing and I was trying not to tonight, y'all. I do apologize. But they're coming out of the woodworks with all this bullshit because they know that people like the police and all this and that can't come back and defend it because of the gag order. All right, give me just a second. I'm just making sure I haven't missed anybody. Heather, how are you? All right. Yeah, if I've missed anybody coming in, I do apologize. Hmm. Okay, Steve G maybe need to have a talk with this guy. Can't even process the claims he made that stated it was true facts. Trouble Wednesday, day of arrest and takedown, in my opinion. Trying my best to get the swear jar filled up. Yeah, Mar, the murders happened. Um, the earliest date that I could find, and literally just like, hold on, I gotta write down somewhere here. When I tried to search the man and woman who was murdered, was April of 2020. They're unsolved. Uh, their dog was stabbed, but not the dog wasn't killed. He was just stabbed to keep him quiet. Um, thank you, Big Al. Um, so he's claiming that this knife has the dog's DNA on it. It was used in their murder. Then Bryan uses it in, well, didn't even really say Bryan, just said it was used in the November 13th murder of the four kids. And somehow it ended up in Chief Fry's truck, but now the defense has it. How does that happen? I mean, if Chief Fry has it, wouldn't it be entered into evidence? Yes, Aaron, he did say that too. That's the reason why Chief Fry was arrested on February the 13th, so he claims. And once again, if Chief Fry, now this is a man who we've all been watching since November the 13th, since these kids were murdered. A lot of people have scrutinized him in Moscow Police Department uh, for information that they gave and then switched it and all this and that. But in the end, they arrest somebody for these murders. Widely publicized. He's did interviews. Like, just anybody who's heard of Idaho 4 knows who Chief Fry is. If that man would have got arrested, even if it was just for littering, that would have been all over the place. It would have been over on. It would have been on News Nation. It would have been on CNN. It would have been on Fox. It would have been uh, the Washington Post in New York. It would have been everywhere. This dude is saying it without any facts to back it up. Okay, early on there was a rumor of a dog DNA mix with human DNA on a knife thrown to Ilya. I heard this way back. Maybe this guy's building his fantasy around. Okay, so Wood Fairy. If I'm not mistaken, and I would have to go back and look through Twitter because I saw the same thing that was posted on Twitter that come from a person who this guy associates himself with. Just me, how are you? Laughing stock, he has nothing. Nothing, no receipts whatsoever, except for he claims that he has a source or he has an informant. And when he says he has informants, he's not joking. No, he's not joking. He's just fucking lying. That's all he's doing. This dude does not work for the defense, on the books or off the books. I highly doubt that a public defender who is death penalty case qualified, like Ann Taylor, along with her second chair attorney, is going to allow some random ass YouTuber, Twitterer, whatever the fuck you call them, the people on Twitter, I highly doubt they're going to allow someone like that to work for them, even if they're not getting paid. I doubt she's going to let somebody work for free. And honestly, if he was working, that would be the only way he'd get to work would be for free because he probably has not 1 ounce of any type of education when it comes to anything legal. It's just a bunch of bullshit. It's all lies. That's all it is. And for him to get on there and talk about Ethan the way that he did, it's downright fucking disgusting. See, a pack of Pop Tarts has a better chance of making it a day in my house and this bullshit. It's just it you don't you can't have 4 kids who got murdered and then come in and bash them. You just you can't. It that is disgusting. And get on here and we've all I'm not gonna say a lot of us question Chief Rob. I'm one of them. But saying that the man has been arrested as in FBI custody because of he's involved in 2 murders, that's a little bit ridiculous too. All right, yeah, let me get through it before it ends up getting taken down. Hold on. Mar, if you're going to bed, honey, have a good night.
And her kidney is at 50% functionality because of the diabetes by itself.
Okay, now Dylan is diabetic. And her kidney, I guess he thinks she only has 1 kidney. Hey, F the Truckee Way, how are you? That she's got to have a transplant now. Big Al, it's only one a mother could love. Hey, Kimchi, how are you?
And she has to be on dialysis because of that. And right now, last I was told, she is still potentially waiting for a transplant. Potentially, we don't really know yet. But originally, the night of November 13th.
Okay, real quick. I know we've got to have somebody in here who has a medical background. If she just got attacked on February the 13th, would they know by, well, it's been a week. It would be a week today, the 20th, that she would need a kidney transplant? Michelle Art, how are you?
Dylan's life was spared because she was a loyal friend to Bethany Funky. And Dylan had life-changing surgery on January 27th of this year. She arrived home roughly February 7th or 8th. The 3 men found out about her surgery. It scared them, and it made them not trust her.
Why would someone who has surgery scare someone else to the point that the people who got scared attacked them and made them not trust her? Yeah, I'm at loss for words, honestly. Yeah, y'all put a 1 in the chat if y'all don't believe this guy. Put a 2 if you do. All right, and while y'all were doing that, the game and cheering had it. Oh, Jan, he hurt himself earlier tonight when he was on another channel. That creator did play this video, and he literally sit there and was watching the video as it was playing, and he had a smile on his face, like he was so proud of it. Michelle, yes, ma'am, I'm doing good, thank you. Okay, let me finish this real quick.
Which brings us full circle back to Monday, February 13th, 2022. Dylan wasn't supposed to survive this attack. We don't know how they found Dylan or got to her, but they did. Dylan has already been brought into PC before the attack occurred. Dylan is now talking and cooperating.
If she was brought into protective custody before the attacks occurred, then why was she out of protective custody when the attacks occurred? Can anybody give me an answer to that? Just I'm trying to like make it make sense here. Because I'm still trying to figure out how Dylan's going to do an interview, but she can't talk because of a gag order. I'm still trying to figure that one out. So, her being in protective custody before the attacks happened, like they just what did they let her out of protective custody? No, I can't. I'm just gonna get with this that 1,000 subs limit reach, and he will get monetized and make money on these lives. I hope he doesn't, honestly, Big Al, because this is too much. Like he is being super extra, for real. I told you it's only 9 minutes and 58 seconds, y'all, and this dude says a lot in these 10 minutes.
In order to help bring justice to all the victims of the events of November 13th, 2022. Dylan wants to come out and tell this story, but she's not being allowed to because of the gag order. I was chosen to speak for her. She has been following me, my story.
Hey,
she wants
Sudie.
to speak to me. Which, potentially, I will be doing that on Wednesday.
How is she going to talk if there's a gag order? This is a lot more on just the love. Yeah, just me. I was watching some of it. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but I watched probably about 30 minutes of it before I went live. He was chosen to tell her story. She can't talk because of a gag order, but yeah, he's going to talk to her. Hey, Carrie, he's going to talk to her Wednesday, hopefully. Oh yeah, Jennifer. He says in here that because she is trans, that she's part of the family now, and he's got her 6 and all this and that. But she's not trans. He's lying about that. So DM gave him permission to give her story out. He said he's talking on Wednesday to her. She's using him to get around the gag. But she can't, even if she's under a gag order, she can't talk to nobody. So if she tells him anything about the case or anything that's went on, she's breaking the gag order. I highly doubt this girl, if she's under a gag order, is not going to talk to anybody. I guarantee y'all's ass, guarantee it. Come Wednesday, he will not have a video with her or an interview with her. And if he does come out with an interview, he's not going to show who it is, and we're not going to see that it's Dylan talking. Bet you.
There is a chance I will get an exclusive conversation with Dylan on Wednesday. I'm very much looking forward to that. Because it's not the place of someone who is not trans to be telling you this information and sharing this story with you. That's the truth of Dylan being trans. And I just think it's really cool that I get to be the one to tell you.
It's really disgusting that you're telling it. Seriously. Why does he think that he is privileged enough to tell her story. Hey, Pokey Dots, how are you? Hey, Seppa, how are you? Why? It's not cool that you're sitting here telling lies on this girl. Seriously, even if she was, it's not. Why does he think it? If she was, why is it cool that he gets to tell it when it's her story to tell?
It's a big deal that means a lot to a lot of people. I normally don't make these videos. I normally don't out other people. I normally don't tell their stories for them. This is a special situation. There are extenuating circumstances to an absolutely insane degree. And, you know, I'm not going to leave Dylan's side. If she wants to be my friend, I will stay by her side the rest of her life.
If she wants to be his friend, but I thought he said that he knew her and that she's been following him and that she's been talking to his informant and he's been telling her about this dude and she's going to do an interview with him Wednesday. See you too. I'm not sure when he started the channel. I can look once the video's over with, but he only has 3 videos. And that's it. He's only got 830 subscribers.
She is family. I've got her 6. I will not back down from a fight to protect her. I will not back down from a fight to clear her name and restore her reputation.
What is he trying to clear her name from? Crime Solver, no, he said that he's from Illinois. Okay, just letting y'all know it has nothing to do with trans. The only reason that got brought up, he says, is because that's why she allegedly was attacked last week. The Idaho farm murders are not to do. No, that is true, Boz UK. He's saying that, yeah, that's the reason why she was attacked, is because she had a surgery January the 27th, I believe he said was the date. These 3 guys who committed the murders found out about her having this surgery, and it scared them, and they don't trust her, so they attacked her because he said because she's trans. But he's pulling it into it, and if she was, it doesn't even matter. But he's pulling her in. He's saying that that's what she is, and he's pulling that into it when it shouldn't be brought into it, because you know, if she is or if she's not, that has nothing to do with what happened um, to these kids. And he's saying that because he is trans, that he is an expert at it, and um, so because he's transgender, that makes him an expert. He's went through the whole thing, and that's the reason why it should be him that tells Dylan's story and be the first one that comes out and tells everybody that she is. You know, if she is, which I absolutely don't believe that she is, but if she is, that's not his story to tell. It is hers. Nobody else's. And like I said, I have questions about Dylan and her story, but I don't want to see the girl get hurt for no reason at all. And what he's doing, it could potentially get her hurt. Hey, Lori, how are you? Allie Katz, how are you? Exactly, Sniper. If she wanted to be his friend, she would be like, dude, I can't tell you. I can't tell you anything because I'm under a gag order. You don't need to be saying anything because you can get in trouble. Like, he's not going to get an interview with her. He literally contradicted himself. There is a gag order, so she can't tell her story, so he's going to tell it for her, but then he turns around and says he's doing an interview with her Wednesday. Yeah, Tara, but he says that she wasn't supposed to survive the attack, but she did. He's literally saying that 3 guys, whose names he's put out on Twitter, attacked her um, because she's trans, but he has no proof that these 3 guys had anything at all to do with the murders. Like, he's putting these guys' names out there saying that they did this, and these crazy ass people who are all for Bryan want Bryan out and think that he's completely innocent because this dude has put these 3 guys' names out who could be innocent. These crazy motherfuckers that's all out to defend Bryan can go after them and hurt them guys. He doesn't comprehend the fact that what he's doing is dangerous and can get people hurt or get himself sued for saying that the chief of police in Moscow, Idaho is in FBI custody but for 2 murders. Hey Tonka, how are you? It's fucking ridiculous. Which rumors, King Scarlet? Zombie Mom, how are you? Personally, she never looked manly. She always had stupid smirk. I mean, just because this girl is like tall, y'all, I thought my mama was tall. Okay, everybody in my families are tall. My mom is like 6 foot something. Okay, I'm only 5'7". Just because this girl is tall, don't mean shit. Just because she's taller than what a normal female would be, does not mean that she is transgender. That don't mean nothing. She's just tall. Hey Shane, how are you? I mean, you can't sit there and say that somebody has transitioned into and went through all this because they're tall. Okay, 1 second, y'all. Okay. And what I don't understand is they're saying that one time that she didn't get attacked in the house when on November the 13th because she's Bethany's friend and Bethany's brother was one of the guys who committed the murder. But then all of a sudden, just because she had a surgery, they attack her. This dude don't make no fucking sense. Big Al, I'm sorry if I keep going with the cuss words, you're gonna have to pay like way more than that in the swear jar. Hey Peacock,
These people who did this need to be brought to justice.
you need to be brought to justice.
And I am hoping and praying that Wednesday, these 3 individuals will go down for what they've done. I hate when trans people are attacked by people who don't want to open their minds and have conversations.
But no, see, that's what pisses me off right there. Nobody cares if anybody else is trans. He's trying to make it all about himself. This is a narcissistic little motherfucker right here, y'all. I'm sorry, but he is. He has literally made this all about him, and he is using Dylan to his advantage. And it ain't right. That's all he's doing.
They want to jump to false narratives and lies and
Y'all. Did he just say that somebody else wanted to jump to false narratives and lies? No, dude, that's you. My God.
making trans people out to be something we're not. Because there are a lot of people out there who are not trans, but they are claiming trans, and they're setting just a horrible, horrible example for the rest of us. It's causing those of us who are actually trans to not be taken seriously.
I can't, y'all. I can't. He is literally, nobody cares if anybody else is trans. People Y'all, this is 2023. Nobody cares if somebody else goes through the transition. Nobody cares about what sexual preference people have. Come on. It has him being transgender. If that's what makes this dude happy, hey, Jessica Lynn, then I'm happy for him. Okay. But him being trans does not have anything to do with this case. Why in the hell is he using this girl who was uh, in this house the night that this horrific thing happened? Why is he using her? Wait, Mom Bear is who afraid of him? Am I afraid of him? I would thump that little fucker upside his head. No, hell no, I'm not scared of him, but that's what you're talking about. He just. I can't. Oh, that was okay. Oh, I do apologize, Mom Bear. I'm just kind of worked up right now because this dude is just. Oh,
And that by itself, that didn't help Dylan at all. That made
dude, you're
things
not
worse for
helping.
Dylan.
You're not helping Dylan.
And
You're
I mean,
making
let's
it
think about
worse.
it. She was in Moscow, Idaho. That town is controlled by Christ Church and the cartel. Don't tell me I'm wrong, because I'm not wrong.
Yeah, the Christ Church is some crazy stuff. I will admit that. The cartels, they could be there. They're all over the place. But you know, sorry for saying this, but trying to bring a little humor. Yeah, I don't think Dylan is trans at all. Honestly, this dude, yeah, I can't. I'm lost for words, y'all. Hey, Jet said, how are you? Dollars to Nonas is wacko is not trans. I think it's some crazy man. Hold on, y'all. I mean, y'all just pray that Ethan's the Ethan's family don't see this. Seriously. Oh wait, shoot! You made me spit my tea all over, but that was a good one. I'm Wood Fairy. I'm sorry, but yeah, it just. I hope his family didn't see that. What he said about him. Seriously.
I have more than enough evidence to back it up.
He has more than enough evidence to back it up, but yet he brings no evidence to the table. You don't want people bashing you for things that you say, but you claim that you have evidence, but you don't show them. It's kind of like hearing people say, "Oh, I know this and I know that, but I can't tell you where I got it from." Y'all know what I'm talking about? It's kind of one of those things. I got the evidence to back it up, but I can't show it to you. No, Mary Rose, you're right. He has no evidence. He literally opens his mouth and he's probably surprised at the bullshit that rolls out of it. Honestly. I think he woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning, like he said that he did this video. He just woke up and thought, damn, I'll make a video today. I'll just open my mouth up and whatever rolls out, we'll run with it. And we ended up with this bullshit.
This town is not exactly a place where someone who is trans would want to be, nor would people who are gay and bi. Which makes sense of why they all live together in that house. Not
Y'all. How many students? Does anybody know how many students University of Idaho has? If I'm not mistaken, they have an LGBTQ community there. But it's not a place for people of that preference to be there. And that's the reason why all the kids were living together. So now he's saying that all of them were like that, but yet Kaylee had a boyfriend for 5 years. Maddie was with Jake for how long before she was murdered? Ethan and Xana were together for how long? Seriously.
None of them were entirely straight. Not one of them.
So what if they wasn't?
Ethan wasn't dating Xana. Xana was Ethan's beard.
Oh my God. This dude. I can't with this
Ethan
dude.
was
He
bi, if not
pisses
gay.
me off.
He was hooking up with Hudson. And potentially some other people who I'm not going to name their names right now, but
But why, if that is the truth, which I highly doubt it is, but so fucking what? What does that have to do with the murders? What does Ethan's sexual preferences have to do with the murders? Nothing. Hey Jerry, how are you? Eli, how are you? They have nothing to do with it. Okay, 11,780 students. Thank you, Big Al. I'm sure that there is a community for people who choose to be like that at the University of Idaho. Hey Anna, how are you? Great White, I can't remember if I said hi to you. If I didn't, I do apologize, but how are you tonight? This dude is literally once again, this is another thing where he will sit there and he will bitch and cry and boo and moan and groan and all this and that because people uh there he gets threats and because he's trans and all this and that. But what the fuck is he doing to Ethan right now? He is literally saying that this boy is gay and that him and Xana was not together. What is he doing to Ethan? If it's not true, then it's a slanderous lie. But if it is true, then he is literally he's fucking bashing him. He's hating on the boy. Jerry, that's what this dude is doing. That's all this dude is doing. He came out and said Dylan was. If she is, so what? But it's her story to put out, not his. It's none of it. Just because he went through the transition does not give him a right to come out and say that someone else has who has not came out and said that they are. Dreamcatcher, I think that's what he's doing. He literally sit there, and if anybody saw him on the other creators panel just a little while ago, and she asked him if she could play his video, and he said yes. And while it was playing, he sit there on that fucking panel, and he had this sick, disgusting little smirk while he was watching that video, like he was fucking proud of that video that he put out and everything that he said. King Scarlet, that is correct. Let's not forget who the real victims are because this dude right here is not a victim. I'm sorry, but he's not. He's trying to portray himself to be a victim, and he's not. If he's getting bashed and he's getting hate, it's because of the things that he says, not because of his sexual preferences, because nobody cares about that. It's the things that he is saying about these kids. That's why he's getting bashed and hated on. But yet he wants to make it like it's because of him being the way that he is.
they know who they are. And I absolutely cannot wait for them to face justice. Because you don't attack someone who is trans and get away with it. Not around me, not in front of me.
But you don't attack people who is gay either and get away with it. And that's exactly what he's doing to Ethan if Ethan was that way. What does he call what he's saying about Ethan? If it's not true, it's a lie. But if it is true, you've attacked him. The problem here is he will always claim that anyone who disagrees with him is trans bashing. He will never talk about the lies he is being. Yeah, he's narcissistic. He is a narcissistic little motherfucker. That's what he is.
Me. It just doesn't happen. I really am the wrong trans guy to piss the fuck off.
Yeah, and I'm the wrong person to piss off whenever you sit here and you bash 4 kids who have been murdered for no fucking reason.
I keep warning you. Fuck around and find the fuck out. Guess what? You fucked around, now you're finding out. I'm not sorry. And that's the tea.
But he's not sorry for what? What is he not sorry for? That's what it like. He says all of this and then he says, I'm sorry. Oh my God. That was the end of it, y'all. Okay, hold on one second. Let me get this shit off my screen. Give me just a second. Hold on a second, y'all. I gotta cut my air down. Okay, I'm burning up over here. Let's see. He's trying to instill fear into people that don't agree with him. This is he's narcissistic. That's all that is. All right. I'm just gonna grab some of his Twitter stuff. Give me just 1 second. Okay. Other creators. Okay. All right, let me go to Twitter real quick. Hold on, I can grab. Let me go into my email and I will grab his. Oh, shit, I bet you I deleted it. Oh shit, I don't need Facebook, Lord, y'all. Hold on. Hey CB, how are you? Okay, give me just a second and I will grab it. His channel link. Hey Queen, how are you? CB, how are you? He said Enan Harsh, Detective Payne, Dylan are in protective custody. Ugh. Okay, he's got 850 subs now. That video that I just played has 8.4 thousand views on it. Okay, there's his channel link if y'all want to go check it out. And somebody had asked earlier about when he made the channel. It was made in March of 2022. Let's see. Even if he had Dylan's permission, he had no rights to out. It's CB. That is true. It's not his story to tell on anybody like that. It's not his business or his story, and that should be left up to that person. He threw it into the mix to get the what you identify as bullshit narrative going. He's foul. Yeah. All right. Let me see what he's got going on here real quick. Literally, y'all. He is super as proud of this video. I'm. Let me pull it up here. Oh, Mom Bear, I didn't see you. Do you want to leave your camera on? Okay, I'm fixing to pull you up. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
So, I usually see things from a perspective of why is this happening? Like, what is the point? And I don't fall for the binary. I don't pick sides.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really think this is just he was sent in to take her channel down.
Wait, he was what now?
I think he was sent in to Truth and Transparency to take her channel down, to delegitimize her.
Oh,
Like, I think
really?
that's his purpose, because he's totally not legitimate. Whoever in her channel, in any channel, in every channel, I mean, your channel's great. I adore you. Like, your voice is so soothing.
Oh, thank you.
You come on really late, and I like to fall asleep to you, and then I wake up in the morning to you. But
Oh, thank
and
you.
you're like good. Everyone's great, but I mean, I've seen this too many times. I'm like been through so many too many channels that have been taken down,
Uh-huh.
and this is infiltration. I mean, so the fact that she put him on her show, if she does not turn this around in quick time and meticulously go through everything that he said, which is way more than his little video, the things he said on her show were ridiculous. And I mean, all the things he said in that video times ridiculous, times 1,000. And if she doesn't turn that around real quick and do her investigative to music stuff and say and poke holes in everything that he said the way she does everything else, then he just single-handedly delegitimized her.
I think though she would. I mean, I don't get to watch all of her stuff, but I've watched a lot of her stuff. And everything that I've watched, she digs down deep into everything that she's looking for or looking
Right.
into. Like she doesn't just kind of like skim the top of everything. She literally digs into it. Um,
Well, so he was supposedly in the chat, and then she brought him in to
mhm.
talk. So, like, not she didn't research him. And I mean, just the other day, I think the night before, actually, she had a live and let people come in, and she even said, I'm kind of going to vet you, find out what you want to talk about, give you 2 minutes to talk. But she let this person come in, and so I mean, I don't know, but to me it seems like this is an infiltrator, and I'm not on her side, or I'm definitely not on his side, but I'm not on any side. I just like
Yeah.
when you look at it from the overhead and what do the gatekeepers want to happen from this? Like
Right.
it doesn't matter what side of the binary you pick, you're gonna end up falling into the solution that the gatekeepers want. So, I mean, that's just like a broad thing. I'm not saying this is all, just saying generally. That's the way I sort of look at things. And
Hopefully, though, that hopefully he doesn't try to take her channel down low.
He's not. He just did. Unless she
Think-
turns this around and says, I'm going to pick holes through every single thing he just said and tell you what you just heard is a bunch of crap, then she is emotionally abusing her audience, her followers who just took everything he said and then are repeating it. Oh, so Dylan is trans? Oh, Ethan's gay? Everything he just said, people, I mean, even in your chat, they're like, what? So Dylan's trans? I'm not saying that they believe that, but
Yeah, there's
that's
been
how
a
it
lot
started, right?
that rumor, and I forgot where it originally came from. It came out a long time ago, but if she is, it's never been proven. But if she is, I don't see what the relevance of it is.
It's not.
That's what I don't understand.
It was his entryway into getting a foothold into the conversation.
Exactly.
He's in Chicago. In that live, he also said that he was friends with Hannah's roommate.
Uh-huh.
Hannah, the girl that killed herself, which I continue to not see a connection there. I mean, she was Maddie's roommate their first year of college, like random dorm roommates. I went to college. Well, my roommate was my friend from high school, but I mean, there were a lot of other people in the dorm. I mean, 2 years later in college, I don't know where they were.
Right.
Like just because all these people went to college together and had some association ever in life doesn't mean they're all up in each other's business. I mean, I don't know why or how Hannah passed away, but why does that have anything to do with this?
I don't know. A lot of people were saying in the very beginning that Hannah and what's the other boy, Hudson, like that their deaths had something to do with these 4 murders, which they could, but there's been no proof of that either. Dub, you're welcome. So it's just, and even Hannah's daddy came out right after these murders happened and said he looked at the autopsy, he read the toxicology report, he talked to the coroner. She died from taking too much sleeping medicine, or I think it was sleeping medicine. He said over the counter sleeping medicine, but so she overdosed on it, but he never said she intentionally overdosed and intentionally unalived herself. He just said, and I think I still got it on my computer somewhere. I had to go through my screenshots to find it, but he said that she that's what she overdosed on. It was never said that it was even intentional, and people just ran with it that she intentionally did this to herself. Like, nobody knows that.
Right. And that it was because Maddie allegedly bullied her, which even if Maddie bullied her, that would have been their which I don't even know that, who knows, but that would have been their freshman year. So a whole sophomore year happened, and then they were in their junior year, and then she died in February of their junior year. So what does that have to do with any of those people living in the house? Like, she seemed like sort of like a science geek, like her dad probably was. He's a patent attorney, which you have to have some serious science geek genes to be a patent attorney.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, who knows what was going on with her, but I highly doubt she was running around with sorority girls. That's all I'm saying. Like, she roomed with her freshman year, and I have no reason to believe otherwise that she went her own route,
Yeah.
And that's that. And I don't know, like this. I'm not kidding. My son is 11 years old, and I tell him, like, dear, anything you even type into a search engine is going to be used against you in the court of law for the murder of anyone you have ever known or not known. So don't type anything into the search bar. Like, that's how ridiculous it's gotten.
It really, it really is.
You can't do anything. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to make sure that Judy and Big Al could hear us okay.
I'm just sitting here waiting. I came to fuck around and find out.
Oh, he's using Justin's voice thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking about a different name. I might identify as something else for a while.
Oh my God, that was hilarious. Judy, can you hear us?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Well, thank you for
That's
the laugh.
fine. I had to find my dog's ball anyway, so you helped me kill time.
Oh,
The whole
okay.
thing boils down to one word, but not really. There's
Bullshit.
a part B.
It boils
Why?
down to bullshit, Judy. It's bullshit. That's what
My
it is.
question, my word is why.
Well, mine's bullshit for tonight.
Well, this man, and Mama Bear is absolutely right. This man or girl or whatever the hell this human being is, just helped destroy one of the two witnesses
Yeah.
that could possibly identify who was in that house. You with me?
Yeah, because one thing, he could get her in a lot of trouble if he's claiming she's under a gag order, but then he's going to do an interview with her.
Well, he outed.
He's been talking to this. He even said that she's been talking to his informant. Now that can get her in a lot of trouble. She's under a gag order because she's not supposed to be talking about any of that.
Well,
you know,
this girl's got to come back with something because he just outed her as talking.
Right.
Number two, her medical information. And number three, said that this person was being misrepresented, and that's how we'll say it.
Yeah. Oh, and that she was attacked.
Oh, now I forgot about the initial attack.
I mean, because he said that the reason why she was not hurt on November the 13th is because she was friends with Bethany, and he is accusing Bethany's brother as being one of these three men. And he's saying that these three men that was in that house that night that had something to do with the murder is the three that attacked Dylan.
Good job, Bryan.
He is saying he just threw Dylan completely under the bus. He just said that Dylan knew exactly who these people were that did the murders and attacked her.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
She's talking under a gag order.
That's what I'm saying is it doesn't matter.
They didn't throw her under a bus. They threw under a freaking mountain.
Yeah, that too.
Like everything that he said, that's what I'm saying is everything he said in quotes or doesn't matter. His purpose was to make the channel he went on tonight look not legitimate, to discredit it. So if anything that she was looking into or was speaking like calling out properly, he just discredited her channel by being on there tonight. Anything and everything he said does not matter. It doesn't matter, except that she broadcasted it and didn't take him to count for the things that he was saying. So
it pisses me off that when people sit here and they say bad things about these kids.
Yeah,
that's what pisses me off. I don't like these kids are not here to defend themselves. And there is a chance that their families didn't hear it, so therefore the families don't have that opportunity to defend their kids.
The sad part is that this is gonna get back to the family.
Right.
It's going to, and
That's
that's why you're so pissed.
Oh,
because it's going to.
That makes me mad. Vapor, let me know if you need the link again. That's what makes me mad. But it's just I don't like somebody talking shit about someone who is killed for absolutely no reason whatsoever, and they are no longer here. Like they're grown, they're adults, even though I still call them a kid, but they're not even here to defend themselves, and this motherfucker's out here spewing lies about them. And that's what makes me mad, because you don't, if it was my child and my child's case was on YouTube and somebody said that about my child, I would hope and pray that somebody would defend my child.
I would go fuck around and find out.
In as a mother, because my daughter is only 3 days younger than Ethan and his brother and sister. And so, I have kids the age of these kids. So
he just threatened everyone in this world to dare them. He's an idiot.
It's an unfortunate side effect of society right now that this is being used the way that it is.
Absolutely.
100%, and it's rampant across the board, across the country. Every day it's crammed in everybody's face. The only reason this trans thing is being brought into it is because it's a hot button thing in the country right now. And that's the only reason. Nobody gives a shit.
No, and also because he brought it into it.
Exactly.
He claimed that first he claimed that he was hired by the defense. That means Bryan defense team.
I mean,
okay, but then he also claims the only reason he was brought into it is because of his expertise in trans, and Dylan wanted him to speak out for him. So is he working for the defense or is he working for Dylan? Because those aren't the same people.
Okay, now I'm confused on this whole expert on the trans thing. Either you have OEM parts or you have bolt-ons. What makes you an expert?
Him saying it out loud. In the same way he identifies as trans, he's also identifying as an expert on trans. But the point is that he claimed to be working for the defense, which is Bryan Kohberger. And then right after that, then he said, I've
got Dylan 6.
Dylan is not the defense. She's actually the defense's the prosecutor's eyewitness to prosecute the defense. So if
he goes after number 2,
across the board, we know he's just a liar. And so why is this liar?
In protective custody. She's in protective custody.
That's fine.
She was in protective custody before she was attacked, is what he said. Why would they, if she's in protective custody, there was no reason to take her out of it. So why would she be out of it now?
Well, I'm just saying maybe she, you can sneak away from and get away from them for an hour or two. But generally speaking, they take this shit serious. You got 4 unalive people right now with families that love them.
Yes.
And you've got 2 witnesses to this crime. It is in Bryan's best interest to get rid of the rid of the witnesses. They'll drive her mentally insane so she can't testify. Unless she's got a gonad she can strap on and come back at this.
And see, if she tries to defend herself, and once again, I'm not bashing anybody who chooses that lifestyle. But if she's not, which I don't think she is, but if she comes back and she tries to defend herself against it and say that this guy is lying, you know what this guy's going to do? He's going to go after her then for bashing him for being like that.
No, not if she's just defending her points. I did not talk to him, and he does not have my medical records, and whether or not she was attacked. But again, protective custody, that's taken, you're talking U.S. Marshals and stuff. That's no joke.
Well, yeah, if they're in protective custody, they probably don't have access to any internet-connected devices.
And also,
you have to protect somebody when they're telling people where they are over the internet.
I mean, the thing is I think it's messy and not productive to do any bouncing boarding off of anything that this person said. So, like, that's another feature of the infiltrator, is just throwing a bunch of garbage out there and then people latching onto it and then saying, and now we can go from here and here, and we have to defend against these things that were said by somebody who has no credibility whatsoever. None.
No, he has absolutely none. He's like negative right now. In my book, he is negative 1,000%, zero credibility.
What I wanted to bring up was the fact that what this guy or whoever it is has said, the way a lawyer is going to take this to her if she gets on the stand is going to be very vague. If they can find anybody, and I don't even care if it's Dylan's mom, dad, friend, anything, if they can find anybody that she has talked to during this gag order, Anne is going to bring it up as, have you broken the gag order at all? And be very vague about it. And if she says no, because she thinks that Anne might be talking about this guy or whatever, if she says no and they can produce somebody that she has talked to, she's screwed.
Yeah.
And if she says yes, she's screwed. So
what's your advice to this young lady? Come out and defend yourself or shut up? If she's got access to it.
I think because she has a lawyer, her lawyer should decide what's best in this situation. But I think it should be handled before this goes to any part of her getting on a stand.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, if she has an attorney, maybe the attorney needs to come out and make a statement on this.
You have to head off Anne before she gets started, because this guy just gave her something she can work with.
But nothing that this guy said is ever going to make it into a courtroom. I mean, he's not for real. He's
zero credibility.
Right. Yes, like literally nothing he said is ever going to make it into a courtroom.
Well, that's why I said that Anne is not going to play it as, hey, this guy said this. What she's going to do is leave it very open and vague and just basically say, have you said anything to anybody that broke the gag order? That's it.
Right. And I don't think that Dylan, I mean, I don't know what Dylan has done, but I will say that, like, I used to be really, I mean, I am still into politics. I just don't watch news anymore, but that's like a funny thing about law enforcement. Aside from this gag order, like all the stuff that was going on with politics for lots of years that I watched it, is when lies are put out there, which the media is totally allowed to lie, just like police can lie in interrogations, the media can lie all day long. And if they tell a lie and it's about something that is an investigation, the FBI can't come out and say these things that are being said are not true because it's part of an investigation. Well, so that's the reason for a gag order.
Lost, you got somebody backstage. Okay, thank you.
Oh, okay, hold on. I was over on Twitter.
The thing is that Scott just said something in the chat saying that she should sue him. I think another way they can handle this, her lawyer, is to have, because this guy has named her brother as being a murderer.
Oh no, that was
maybe-
Bethany's brother.
Well, okay, but
Bethany's
it doesn't
brother,
matter. It still works the same to me.
Right.
In this way, that guy should sue him for everything in that video that he said wrong, and that would clear Dylan also at the same time.
Yeah, if you sued Dylan or that whoever that is, Justin, you would probably get a really good Pokemon set and maybe an Xbox. And I'm guessing that's about all that loser's got.
Well, guess what? I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could civilly sue him and get everything in his mom's basement.
It's just the person has nothing. You can just tell by looking at him, and you can tell by the way that he's speaking in the video that they're lying.
I'm trying to find.
Yeah, I don't think anybody here on this live believes that anything he said was truthful, other than maybe he's navigated the aftermarket bolt-on section of the catalog. I don't know. That's about the only thing he could have said in there that could be true.
Okay, and I'm going through his Twitter right now because there's some stuff on here I was wanting to show, but he's claiming that there was an arrest last week and all this. This dude is just...
Check him on Venmo.
Oh, yeah, I got to do that too, since I have his name now. There was something on here.
Yeah, can we get a class action lawsuit for all the eardrums he just ruined?
Who?
This
Me?
clown. No, the clown's video we watched.
Oh, I was about to put a needle in my eye.
I mean,
yeah, Lost, you had a really good way of stopping that thing right on the worst faces.
Sorry.
Every time you'd stop, it'd be like, God, why do I want to punch him so bad?
The dude, he got my blood pressure up, y'all. I'm sorry, but
mine was rolling.
Really
that's why I sent you that message saying, "You gonna open up the panel? Because if I don't calm down here real soon and make a joke, I'm gonna freak out."
That was my problem.
I mean, can you imagine what's going to happen to this guy if he walks out in public and somebody that watched that video runs into him?
Yeah. Someone's gonna walk up to him and go, "I'm here to fuck around and find out."
Yeah.
No, I got disabilities and I'm old and I was sizing them up. And I think I could take a little shit.
Okay, wait, where did I write his name? No, I didn't. Wait, what did I do with his name? Oh, shit. Hold on.
It's tied to his website.
Yeah, but I've got his... I know I have a screenshot of it.
And his website expires on 8/12 when I put on a hold for it. So if he doesn't pay his bill, I'm taking his website. Just saying.
Just so you can crash it into the side of a mountain.
Where is it at? I did a screenshot of the thing that he posted on Facebook about Sheriff Fry. And see, I don't know when he put his Twitter on private. Because I've been following him for a while because
it was today. It was sometime today because there's still Google prompts that are coming up.
Okay,
I mean, Sheriff Fry might be willing to take him up on that fuck around and find out offer.
I mean, like I said,
he's in Chicago.
Yeah, and I've got questions still about Moscow PD. Okay, crime crazy, I will. But you can't say that a man has been arrested and is in FBI custody and is accused of murdering 2 people and with the same knife that these 4 kids were murdered with.
I'm pretty sure that's got to be illegal in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I mean, I have the screenshot of it with his name on his Facebook where he says it. 20 hours ago. I took the screenshot. How long have I been live now?
But he identifies as trans, so he can pretty much do whatever the hell he wants right now.
Which is...
Unfortunately.
In Illinois.
Okay, this is what he posted on Facebook. I'm gonna pull it up. Hold on.
But it doesn't matter what the frig he is. It's not his business what anybody else is.
Well, it
like
shouldn't
Lost
matter.
said, it doesn't have anything to do with this case.
No, it doesn't.
But he wants
to scream about it.
Yeah, he wants to spit out all his bullshit about the case and hide behind whatever bullshit he's hiding behind.
Yeah,
Plus,
he
you have
wants
somebody
to.
else backstage.
Oh, okay, hold on. Because I can't see my thing because.
I know.
Why does
Oh,
Justin
Mama
have
Bear.
such a
Sorry,
serial
guys. I
killer
don't mean
name?
to butt in, but I got to
How
give her
many
the
No.
names does this guy have?
He's got serial killer names.
Okay, so Mom Bear, can you hear us? Okay.
Damn, chat is flying.
Mods, do I need to slow the chat down?
It's a blur right now.
I may have
Excuse
to
me.
slow it.
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. I was
Okay.
looking for a little a picture to put on my name.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure. Stone Gator, you can hear us okay?
Yeah, I just have a couple of questions for you real quick, and then I'll drop down.
Okay.
He said that Dylan had surgery when she got her attacked a couple of days after her surgery.
Yeah, he said that. I believe he said the 20. Hold on, I got it wrote down. I believe it was January the 27th is when she had her surgery, and then she was attacked on February the 13th, and supposedly she got out of the hospital February the 8th, I believe he said.
February the what?
This year.
No,
So
he
she
got out when?
She got attacked 5 days after she got out the hospital, is what he said.
Yes.
I really
And
want to stick
she
something
was
in my eye.
Was she walking down the street, or like where was she when she got attacked?
I have no idea.
I'm just trying to figure out. I can't see her walking down the street, or being 5 days after getting out of the hospital, you're still sore, healing, whatever. I'm assuming. So I can't see her doing, going out and doing anything to get attacked.
Right. Not only that, her face is plastered all over. She can't go out. You know what I mean?
That was the information that he didn't give. Like, where was she at? Only thing he could say was that they found out where she was at.
No, basically what he said is that he talked to someone who talked to her.
Right. That's right. He doesn't directly talk to Dylan.
Exactly.
He has a source who knows Dylan.
Right. And that this source has been talking to Dylan about him, and Dylan's been following him, and that Wednesday he's supposed to have an exclusive interview with Dylan.
That's another question I have, Scarlett. If she deleted every single social media she had, is everything still deleted?
When I checked her Instagram, was it yesterday? Day before yesterday? Might have been this morning. It was on private.
Okay. It was unprivated, or it was...
Okay. Wait, let me go back to it. No, I checked Queen Kelly's this morning. Hold on.
Who's you looking for, Lost?
Seeing if Dylan's stuff is still private or if it's been deleted. Because I did look for Queen Kelly this morning. Hold on.
It doesn't matter whether it's private or deleted. It's not permanent.
I'm just curious because if she's got all of her stuff on social media private, why is she just going on YouTube to hear all this crap about her, and then all of a sudden finds this channel?
Well, she's probably not on YouTube to look for crap on herself. She's probably on YouTube to talk to her friends and to entertain herself.
Right, but she's everywhere on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might, trigger PTSD or, just seeing anything about it, because it's really everywhere on YouTube is what I'm saying. But, like, how does she all of a sudden find him? Because he, contradicts himself in this video.
Because he's lying. And Dylan's IG account it's still private. But that's because he's lying. Like I said, I guarantee you when Wednesday gets here, or even if he has to do an interview and then edit it and put the video out, Thursday, Friday, there's not going to be an interview. And if he does come out with an interview, then it's not going to be Dylan. And we're not going to be able to see who this person is.
And if this guy attacks the other witness, he may go to jail.
But he's
Can
already thrown the other witness's brother under the bus.
Yeah, you're right.
Can any of this, like, you know how all these other people were coming out talking about how Bryan had an accomplice and he did this, or the victims look like this? You know what I'm talking about? Like, on
This is
Bryan's
probably
side.
Bryan's accomplice.
Right. Do you think he's orchestrating this some kind of way from jail? And also, do you think that the defense could use any single thing out of all of this YouTube stuff to make try to make the jury or whoever feel like he wasn't the only one? Could that help him walk?
Well, you know how he's studied all this stuff, and he's pretty much been, it almost looks like he's been studying to be a serial killer in a way. So maybe he was smart enough to think ahead to get somebody to make a plan. If he ever did get caught, we need to try to, he may have, obviously he can't go into detail ahead of time because he doesn't know what's going to happen. But that doesn't mean that he didn't have somebody that, he had a plan to try to throw up some smoke screens somewhere if he did get caught.
Or this guy's just jumping on the goddamn bus.
Okay.
Right?
Can he get away if they think that there's more than one person? Can they say, no, they're not going to convict him because there's somebody else involved? Is that possible? Is my question.
I believe that statement that he says was an admission of guilt. I believe even if he did have an accomplice, he still just admitted he was there. He did it. He just wants to know if anybody else that was with him got caught. In my opinion, he admitted that he was there just with that statement.
Did anyone else get arrested?
Yeah, that's the statement that I from the very moment.
Hey, y'all, hold on one sec. Y'all go ahead and finish talking. I got to mute out for just 1 second.
Okay. Go ahead, Paper.
Well, I just believe that, that was like the very first thing we ever heard about him saying, after he was arrested. And to me, that just everything he's done, in my opinion, points to guilt.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. I just don't want anything to help him in any way be able to walk. You know what I mean?
I think the worst thing that could happen is he'd go for the defense of, you can't find enough jurors in a location to try me because it's all over the internet and it's all, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he may just be trying to taint the jury pool.
Right.
But
well, that's not going to work. Again, I'm going to refer. Sorry, Faber.
I'm sorry. Yeah. They're not going to. Okay. Let's just say if he's angling to get this trial moved somewhere, where are they going to move it? They're not going to move it to Boise. Half of those kids grew up there.
Okay. I'm back.
I'll tell you where I'd like to see them move it to. California. California.
Get off
because they move it out of state. They can't move it out of Idaho.
Yeah, they can't move it out of state. Unless it goes federal for some reason. Unless for some reason the FBI can turn it into a federal case.
Well, I was just going to say, at California, we know they have cameras.
Oh, just for but what? So we could watch live on TV somehow them play games and he gets off?
No, so we can watch it.
I know. I don't want to watch him walk.
Well, I don't either, but Jesus, we got to watch it to find out.
I hope he doesn't walk, honestly.
If he walks, he's going to walk about 10 feet out the door, and that's about as far as
somebody's going to end up going after him if he does.
He won't make it through processing on the way out the door. No way.
I mean, unless if he gets off because of a technicality or some bull crap that the defense plays that everybody sees through anyway, but yet it just gave somebody a little bit of doubt,
That's my fear, Vapor.
Yeah, then it's going to be in Idaho. No, it won't. He'd be able to walk around the state of California after getting out and probably be bought lunch and beers and all the vegan food he could eat. But in Idaho, that's not going to happen.
Considering majority of the University of Idaho is probably from Idaho, and they really, that's their people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not like, yeah.
Well, Dub in chat does make a good point though. Let me find it. Hold on, so I can pull it up. Oh shit! Okay, so he did cross the state lines to commit a felony.
Yes, he did.
But they're still considering it a state crime, a state charge instead of federal, even though he crossed state lines. They're still considering it a state charge and not federal, right? For some reason.
And let me ask another question: because they have to bring Ann in from another district, okay? Because of nobody in that district is death penalty qualified. What if they move it to another district that has death penalty qualified lawyers? And now, why would she need to travel out of her district if they move it to a district that has death penalty qualified lawyer?
That's why I said that they needed to get a public defender from the southern part of Idaho, because more than likely, if it gets moved, it's going to get moved to somewhere like Boise.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, and I'm going to keep going back to Lori Vallow. She's where in Rexburg or wherever.
Yeah, which she's in the district of Boise, I believe, where Rexburg and oh shit, the place that Chad was, is it Salem? No, it's not Salem, is it?
Yeah.
Is that where it's from? So they're both, I think both of those places are both in the district of Boise, I believe. I'd have to go back and look.
Okay.
This Justin guy's from Illinois, right?
Yeah, he said he was close to Chicago.
Another thing, Stone, Gator, not to upset your monkey cart, but if we can find enough jurors, let's just hope the jury doesn't screw up this case. Because it ain't over till the fat lady sings.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, all they need is one person to believe he didn't, that they didn't prove that he's guilty. But the prosecution has to convince 12 people. And it's...
No, wait a minute. It's not guilty. It's reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
It's not guilty.
Yeah,
it's
that's the word I was thinking of. Sorry.
I think the only
beyond a reasonable doubt. It's guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. So he's presumed innocent, just like everybody else who is ever a defendant in a criminal trial. They're presumed innocent when they are
right. Right now, he's presumed
anything is provided. You have to, as a jury, presume that they did nothing. Nothing. The state has to prove their case.
Correct.
Period. And then later, then the defense can create reasonable doubt or poke holes to create reasonable doubt. But like, I'm watching this Murdaugh case, and I'm hoping and praying that Idaho and everybody involved has a much better case, because I'm watching this case and I'm a lawyer and I'm watching it from a juror's perspective and thinking they have not proven this case. I mean, I don't believe they haven't proved to me he killed his wife and son. I don't know what true crime and documentaries and psychics are saying, but what the prosecutors are saying in court, providing to a jury, is not. And they've closed their case. So I can only imagine from there what the defense is going to do now. I mean, they still have a whole realm of private investigators surveilling the house.
This right here for this guy talking is nothing but entertainment till June. That's all it is. It's a distraction till June. And once, well, whenever this lawyer here can start listening to this case on what they have, we sit here and speculate. So now if some weirdo comes out.
Well, but this weirdo is not going to make his way into court. I mean, he's nobody. He like might as well not even exist. He is like making stuff up. The only thing that's going to make it into court is going to be evidence. And so I personally do believe that at this point that I don't think they just plucked Bryan Kohberger out of thin air.
No. And
I also think that there's probably a ton of stuff he did. The guy that called into your show, Scarlett, and I thought that was very telling and relevant and important. The guy that called into your show and talked about his and that it was publicly available, his Google searches for his own name associated with Idaho murders the day after, and that spike in those searches. So if
who was that? Do y'all remember?
Who was that?
Yeah, who was that said that?
He came on your show and live. I don't remember who it was, but that was.
I don't even remember.
You'll have to look back at that show because I mean he came in and spoke on the phone, and then he stayed for a little while, but that was super telling. Like, and so if he knew about that, if he knew that Bryan Kohberger's name spiked the day after the murders on Google searches connected to Idaho murders or Moscow murders or whatever, the FBI surely has that. So I think like a huge factor that's not anywhere out in the public knowledge is all of the digital footprint research that the FBI was definitely all on top of. That's probably how they actually found him. They probably reverse searched and engineered all of his ridiculous digital footprint from the day after up until probably before they even knew about the Elantra.
Yeah,
is what I think. I mean, and that's nowhere out there, but I bet that's a huge thing. I mean, I think I have confidence in them prosecuting him way more than the prosecutors in the Murdo case.
Yeah, I've said all along that we haven't seen the tip of the iceberg of the evidence they have, and I think that Bryan's only hope is that they can create some kind of doubt when it comes to the penalty phase. I don't think that they're going to be able to create any doubt when it comes to the trial itself.
Well, I'm going to tell you a true story. One night, I was laying here in bed listening to Scarlett. She didn't have an open pant. Well, she had a few people up there. And I'm just got my eyes shut on my head on my pillow listening to her. And all of a sudden, this guy starts talking. And Scarlett's talking to him nicely. And this goes on for several minutes. And then at the end, Scarlett says, "Now, before I tell you the last statement, I'm typing to Scarlett on email and telling her in the type chat on this, check your email, check your email, check your email." Because my question to her was, is this the killer?
Oh, you're probably talking about the same guy that Mom Bear was talking about.
And then you said to that person, "Well, what do you think? Who did it?" And that person sounded like he started to cry and got offline.
That was probably the Jurassic dude.
That's not the same person that I'm talking about, because the person I'm talking about was after he was already caught.
No.
Okay. Then who? Oh, I can't remember who it would have been then.
And what he specifically called in about was because he was an IT person, software person, and he called in because there was a huge like spike in the search for Bryan
Oh,
Kohberger
yeah.
the
I
day
remember that.
after the murders. The day
He told
after.
us all. All we have to do is go into Google and put his name in.
Wasn't that the other? Jeez, the guy that did all the map work. Who was that?
I remember
Guapo?
that guy.
Yeah,
Was it El Guapo that said that? He's the one that did a lot of the map stuff.
No,
I think
this was a software IT guy.
okay.
He didn't do. You're talking about the map work, like actual map work? No, he was strictly a software IT guy.
Yeah, he announced himself that way, right?
Who was that?
I remember that conversation though, and
it. You know, the other thing why I remember it is because I do watch psychics. So the next day, one of the psychics that was doing the Idaho 4 stuff. This is crazy, but she didn't even do I don't know. She might have done a video on it or like a quick video. And she said, she always speaks into Google. And she's like, every time I speak into Google and say Idaho 4 murders, it comes up Idaho 4 burger, BERGER. And I was like, oh my gosh. Because, you know, when people do a bunch of searches on things, right, when things are trending and you type in, or I guess speak in, I don't speak anything, but when you speak in, she's like, I don't know if it was because of my voice or whatever, but it wasn't burger, like hamburger, it was BERGR. So when she would say Idaho 4 murders, it would come up Idaho 4 BERGER. And you know, when there's a lot of searches on something, like that comes to the top, right? Like when you type something in, the trending stuff, the frequent searches go to the top, right?
Yep.
And so I thought, like, she posted that the day after that guy was on your show talking about those searches, and I thought, oh, well, that might be one way to find murderers. To like type in the keyword for the murder and then like a first letter and just see what pops up.
And this was after Bryan was caught?
Yeah. It was after Bryan was caught, and it was after that guy called into your show and said about the spike in Google searches for his name, his own name.
Oh, I remember that, but I don't remember who it was.
That'll bug you.
Did he say if he had a channel?
He did not. I don't think. No, he didn't have a channel because when he came on, he at one point accidentally had his camera on, and I'm like, dude, you might want to turn that camera off.
What was that?
It was a guy, and
yeah, we saw part of his face.
It was shortly after he was arrested.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember the dude's name. But I don't think he's been back on here or even been in chat since then. He had the phone like up to his ear, and you could see like half of his face.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, just for a little bit. He like you told him to turn his camera off, and he did, and then it actually like came back on, and I'm like, dude, we can see your ear.
Was it Fat Boy?
That might have been who it was.
Because that's what somebody said in chat. He hasn't been on for a while either.
Yeah, that's who it was. Because I remember now the phone being he had it up to his ear, but it was like showing the side of his face or whatever. So yeah, it was Fat Boy Slim. But yeah, I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah. So the day after that one of the psychics who I was listening to, which is there's only 3, but she said that about how she would, when she spoke Idaho 4 murders, it would come up Idaho 4 BERGER. And which that happens. I mean, you recognize that, right? Like when you do searches and things, that like the what other people are searching pops up in your thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Anyway,
it's like the recommendations or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Or like what are common search things. So, I mean, that's what he was saying is that his own name spiked the very next day in association with that search for Idaho 4 or Idaho murders or whatever. And so I really truly believe that the FBI's they got called in right away, and I'm sure they're all over that. They're probably also all over this Joker, Justin, and everybody else on like 4chan and these things. But that's why I think Justin was really put in there to mess up Truth and Transparency's page.
Yep.
No.
Hmm.
I don't know. The dude just he upset me tonight. I will say that.
He's
Just
painful.
by what he was saying.
I mean, he just really doesn't look like a guy that could back up, fuck around, and find out.
No.
So I don't know where he gets off with saying that so much. It's just,
Don't you talk about my brother that way.
well,
Oh, brother.
I really was just when he dropped that whole Ethan's gay and Xana was his beard. I'm like, I mean, just I could have vomited in my mouth. Not about Ethan, just
no, I understand.
talking about them like that.
It's like, yeah, it's like zero respect for the people that actually deserve the respect.
I guess the big question is what is any of this his business?
Well,
It's not really.
It's just all fog and entertainment till you get the trial going or whatever.
Crime Crazy, I don't know if she's married or not. I haven't.
who?
Ann Taylor. Crime Crazy was wondering if anybody knew she was married.
Mm.
I don't know.
Did you Venmo that dude yet?
Huh?
Did you check on that dude yet?
Oh, on Venmo, I hit. There was like several people with the same name. I hit the first one on the list, and I got distracted doing something else. So now I got to go back and look again.
You're so good at that.
I know that's like my thing. I gotta find his name again. Where did I put his? Y'all, I literally just wrote this dude's name. Oh, here it is.
This is deja vu. We've been through this conversation.
I know. I gotta get his name.
I can't believe how much I missed in this case in like a week and a half of being not around. It's pretty amazing how much shit has happened in a week and a half.
This case is crazy.
Seriously. Tell me about it. I've had a week and a half from the bowels of hell.
Well, it's all because of this damn gag order.
No, it's all because I got some personal problems going on in my life.
Okay.
Well,
what I gotta do is start an GoFundMe for an old stupid person.
Oh, you're not stupid, Judy.
And see if I can come up with like.
You're not old either, but you're not stupid.
See if I can come up with like $5,000, and then all my problems would be solved, with the exception of one. Then I could sit on my couch, put my feet up, knit, pet my dog, and tell the world to go bite me.
Okay, apparently he doesn't have a Venmo. Because I can't find it under any name that he goes by. So he must not have it.
I'll see if I can't pull a list of emails attached to his website and see if maybe it's attached to one of those.
Okay. There is a lot of people. Oh, there's a lot of accounts with his first and last name. But like literally each time you type in the name and then click on it and it's not the right person, you have to go back and retype it.
You can't put in a state?
No. It just asks for the first and last name.
Well, doesn't that suck?
Yeah, Venmo is not like like I said, if it's not the right person, then you have to go back in. Hey, D22, how are you? And then you have to go back in and you have to retype the name over again. Which
He's got 4 last names, right?
2.
Saw 4 names on that.
He's got 4 names on that one.
Yeah, it's his first, middle, and then birth, last name, and then I'm not sure where the other last name came from, but it's a hyphenated last name.
Oh, okay.
It depends if I think it's from Spanish or Mexican or something. When they have a child, you put the mother's maiden name and then you hyphenate it and then put the father's last name. Isn't that correct?
I have no idea.
No, there's some place that does
that. They could. I mean, I've heard that before, but I don't remember if that's okay. Eli said that's correct. King Scarlet said yes, that is correct. That is right. Okay, I didn't know that.
So I'm right about something. You're right.
I didn't know that. So I learned something new tonight, y'all.
Who are you looking up?
The Justin dude. I was looking to see if he had a Venmo, but I don't see one under his name. And I was trying to find.
I bet you it's under his website.
Well, if you can find it, let me know.
I can give you his website in 10 seconds. Hang on.
Can you DM it to me?
Do it right now.
Okay.
Jesus, Big Al, you're a brainiac. I gotta have you work for me.
I'm trying to not work. That's hopefully in the near future.
Okay, King Scarlet said that you carry both parents' last name, not just dad's. Okay, thank you for that, King Scarlet.
Because I think, the mother's maiden name, it's like mother's maiden name and then hyphenate and then the father's last name. And that way, in their culture, you can always look at that on documents and you can trace back. It's like a family tree, like, sort of.
Okay, Crime Crazy, this person in this report, is this him? Just with a different name? Okay, let's see.
Oh my God, Scott. Oh my God, Scott. You were just thinking this. You just typed the exact same thing I was thinking.
Wait, might as well call him back to. Yeah, he has absolutely no receipts at all.
At this point, I think he's worse than Jeff.
Yeah.
I agree, but I was trying to be socially correct.
Hey, Rum Runner, how are you? Hey, Chrissy, how are you? Okay, so let me go to Twitter because Big Al is sending me this. And it should have his...
and the funny part of that is I emailed that about 5 minutes ago to Scarlett because I didn't want to put it in chat, and I don't think she's opened the email yet.
Oh, you sent me an email?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
The same thing Scott said.
Okay,
so we both are doing it similar.
Wait. Okay, I gotta mute for just a second. Hold on.
So, Mama Bear, as a lawyer, do you do criminal or other?
Actually, I don't. I don't practice law. I work for a company, and I do anti-money laundering.
Okay.
Anti-money laundering?
Yeah, so I'm very aware of money laundering tactics.
Jeez,
boy, do I have a $20 million question for you someday.
Okay.
You can ask me a $20 million question today.
Judy. Okay, Judy, I got 3 from you.
Well, just the middle one, disregard. I sent it to you by mistake.
Okay.
The first one is 911 eventually. The oldest one. And the last one I just sent was what Scott just said.
Okay. Let me go to the last one. There's nothing in the email. It's just just the subject line, but that's it. There's nothing in it.
What was the subject?
This is worse than you, back tube.
There you go.
Okay, so just the subject line. Okay.
It probably
Alrighty.
didn't click enough.
All right. No, wait. What is that? Oh, I got to go back to the. Hold on. This be,
Yeah, that middle one I sent you can delete because it's a case that's been solved out of England.
Oh, the Nicola Bulley one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen where they had yesterday or day before that they had found a body, and then they ended up confirming today that it was her.
There you go.
Okay. So, I'm trying to see if this is the dude. Serial manager. Scott Optics. Oh, Spy Optics. What is Spy Optics? I've heard that before.
I forgot what it is. Big Al, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
What's Spy Optics?
Yes, Crime Crazy. Let me grab it real quick.
Sunglasses, goggles.
Night vision, anything like that?
Because who else? Hold on, I gotta grab my. Hold on.
They're generally they're a sunglass brand. I mean, first and foremost, before anything else.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they're a brand of sunglasses.
There you go. It's a brand of sunglasses.
Okay, so there was this name.
Bye.
Whenever.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna say his initials are JK. It was given to me like whenever this.
Just kidding.
It's actually Jacob something. I can't read what the last name is. So I wrote it down. But anyway, it was said that he worked at a place called Ben Howell Optics. So that's what I was wondering. I knew
Ben Howell? Did you say Ben Howell?
Ben, Ben, and then HOWELL Optics. And it said that they have night vision goggles and all that. And I just remember hearing the word optics in this case. So that's what I was wondering about that one. Okay, let me grab this link. Okay, see you two. You have a good night.
So, Mom Bear.
Wait, is she still up here? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to make sure. Because some people are dropping, and because I'm on another page, so I don't know whenever they drop and then come back in.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you've got a community that some of the important people in that community all use the same P.O. box, and I believe if you go out of state where they go back and forth and blah, 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 a certain set amount of people, the same people, would use the same P.O. box. Maybe there's a third location. I can't remember because my memory sucks. Wouldn't you consider that odd?
That multiple people using one PO box,
but that's always the same people. And it's not like one road uses the same PO box to save money. It's all these people seem to be hand-picked and hand-placed and influential.
well, I mean, yeah, I think that's weird.
No, thank you.
Multiple people to be using the same PO box.
Yep.
I think it's weird because a PO box usually belongs to one person. I mean, unless it was a business. But then, if it was a shell business, yeah, that would also be weird.
Well, welcome to the world of trucking.
Oh, is that where you live?
No, hell no.
Judy answered that quick, didn't she?
Jesus Christ. That's all I need to round out my freaking last week and a half.
Yeah, Chucky does seem a little bit odd to me.
You think?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Crime Crazy, I do see now where you get the name was different than what I gave y'all. I see where you got it from now.
Is Crime
That's-
Crazy onto something?
Yes, because I had sent her a name. She sent me a report back that was a different name, but I see now where where she got the other name from, because the name that he's going by is not his name.
Well, that's why she is well, no, not an auditor. She's a. What the heck do you call the people in blue with the wrench?
Investigator? Oh, moderator.
Yeah, that's why she's a moderator, because you handpicked her for different reasons.
Yeah, I wasn't sure it was him to begin with, but then there was something else that was sent to me, and it has him in it with this other name. So the name that he goes by is not his real name. He actually has a different name.
Go figure.
He's okay, I'm having technical. Okay, that's fine. Just whenever you get it, you can send it.
So fuck around and find out. Has got an alias?
Yes, he's going by an alias. What he's going by is not his real name.
Vapor, do we have to fight them both?
Well, he's gonna need at least another person to even think about backing up that phrase.
And that's just if he fights me.
Probably more than one other person.
Scarlett, have you looked at this Joker's Instagram?
No. Where's my? Oh, I'll have to do it. My phone. Y'all let my phone get down to like 19%, so I've got to let it.
I don't do Instagram.
There's just really. I'll send you a DM. I'll keep it out of the chat.
Okay. Is it the same name?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right. So let me go find it. Oh, okay.
Oh, Crime Crazy has come up with a name. Fuck around, Justin, and find out.
Okay, so let's see. Yeah, and I'm almost out of nicotine too, y'all. My juice is just about out. Like, I've done smoked up my last tank over this dude.
Well, I just ran out of cigarettes about 3 hours ago, and it's going to be a long time till morning.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to reserve what little bit I have left in the tank.
Yeah, and then we keep running into this.
Yeah, and it's just like, damn it, I need more.
Okay, I want to remind you all that Ash Wednesday is this Wednesday.
Yep.
So if you are wanting to quit any things,
Yeah.
You.
I'm from Louisiana. Completely forgot about the whole Mardi Gras thing and all that. I should be ashamed.
Well, I mean,
I forgot it was Ash Wednesday
tomorrow, right?
Do what now?
Fat Tuesday's not till tomorrow. So.
Yeah, Fat Tuesday is the 21st, and then the 22nd is Ash Wednesday.
But you already had your first parade shooting.
I know. I heard that it happened the other night in New Orleans, that one person was killed, and I think it said 4 was injured, I believe.
It's absolutely just horrifying.
Reba, it was Reba, I think, that went to some of the parades down there.
McIntyre?
I've been.
No.
It's been years.
Oh, shit. What is Reba's last name? She's in chat all the time.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, I wrote her name down for her birthday. What is her last name? I done forgot now.
Doesn't matter.
We got a balcony one year, and it was a lot of fun. But boy, you get off the quarter, and it's downtown ain't no fun no more.
Yeah, it's
a scary place.
Okay, yeah, there's Reba in chat.
I only want to go to I only want to go to Mardi Gras for one reason.
I wouldn't go. It's like,
I want to go for one reason. I want to find one of those voodoo stores and get me a doll.
Oh well, you can go to those anytime though.
Yeah, you don't need to go during Mardi Gras for that.
Yeah,
The
I
only thing
know
I
a
get
few
at Mardi Gras is the smell of urine.
I
yeah,
know a few
it's
people that need a few pins.
Oh my God. I want to go to Louisiana. I'm afraid to go because of the voodoo dolls and magic.
if we love you, then you ain't got to worry about the voodoo dolls and all that. You'll be good.
If what?
I said if we love you. So
I
like
know
I
how
love
can I
everybody in
guarantee
here.
that?
So
There's good and bad to everything.
They
Yeah.
either feed you or stick you with pins. One of the two.
Oh, I would love to be fed. That's all they want. I
Telling you.
love
what
I
Louisiana.
haven't found out anything that I can eat down there yet.
what is this guy got on his?
Everything.
Yeah,
Bread
okay.
pudding, the starters.
The heck is this?
Are you looking at what I sent you?
No,
Garlic,
I haven't even went and checked the DM, but I was just going through the stuff on the
Thank you,
Instagram.
lipstick.
I'm sorry, Mom Bear. What'd you say?
Do you make bread pudding?
No. If I'm gonna eat it, I just go to a restaurant, which I don't eat at a restaurant. I haven't ate since the Rona came out, but
I'm not eating nothing in a restaurant in Louisiana unless I got a native with me.
it's not that bad. It really
You
isn't.
understand?
What do you
I
think
ain't
you're
eating
gonna
a
eat down
damn
here?
thing.
Some of the
No,
best
I
places
cannot
I
figure
ate
out what
at.
I'd eat.
Some of the best places I ate at of the times I've been to Louisiana were off the road, off the side of the road, and they look like you shouldn't eat there.
Thanks.
Yeah, yeah. I understand that. I say that with a couple of restaurants when I was traveling years ago. That if you wanted to have tacos and you went to this restaurant, it looked like maybe you shouldn't stop. They had the best food in around. But anyway,
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm really confused by Instagram, Scarlett. We'll have to chat about that, like off
I'm trying to
chat,
figure out.
because the stories don't add up. Like
I,
at all, shit don't fit. That makes sense.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at, honestly. Like, what all these little gadgets and all this.
don't say too much.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm trying to figure it out, but I also see what you're saying. Um,
I can't wait till you read my first email.
Let's see. I'll have to go back and read it once I'm done.
Well, then I'll just, when you go off, I'll just play my game for half an hour or something and see what you think.
Okay. Is it anything about the Idaho 4?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check it then. Okay, so the one thing that's on there, Big Al, I know what that is.
Yep. I was reading the descriptions and different things, but the PTSD, the military service, the just all of it just doesn't kind of fit. I don't really understand it, so I guess I'm gonna have to read a few things. Like I said, I'm at least a week and a half, 2 weeks behind on all this.
Okay.
Do you have any military background, Big Al?
No, I don't.
Okay, so if you needed to whisper to somebody, a vapor right next to you has a good knowledge.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not really anything in specific. It's just the timeline that they're claiming and what they're saying they did, and it just doesn't fit.
My thing is it's been so many years and everything's changed, I mean, I'll say something to my daughter and she looks at me like I'm a stark raving idiot. She's an E8. She just got promoted to E8 in the Air Force. And she went into college and got a master's degree. But
the hell is
Hey, Big Al,
I can't.
what are you 2 weeks behind on?
Huh?
Big Al, what are you 2 weeks behind on?
The case. I've been busy. My partner's been kind of.
The Idaho case.
Oh, you're not 2 weeks behind.
I haven't followed
But
it
you're
at
not
all.
behind, like
Well,
nothing.
and
like,
everything that's been coming out.
fake stuff.
Nothing.
All the
Like,
Tonight
rumors.
was the night.
Well,
Like
it's hard to
nothing-
participate in conversations when you don't know about the fake stuff.
Okay.
This is it.
Well, the stuff
Everything
with,
else has been speculation, and talking is
Well,
rambling.
It's no different than the Rodney case or any of the other ones until.
But tonight was the night. You came in at the right night.
For more fake stuff.
Well, now I get to fuck around and find out because now I want to play with this guy a little bit, but not in a fun way.
well, let me in on this. I want to play with this guy too.
I'm sure 4chan plus the glowies on 4chan are going to have a heyday with him. But I think he had a heyday with Lana tonight.
Oh
in
my
all his
god.
glory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out because I agree 100% with what you're saying about the infiltrating. I've seen it on other channels too.
Yeah.
People drop a seed and before you know the channel's gone.
Mm-hmm.
I think what he is, yeah, he's just there. He's going to make a couple bucks, and by June he's out.
It's not even about the bucks. It's about shutting them down.
Yeah,
like
it's about
not
shutting them down. It's power.
Them. It's about making them look like fools.
You're right, because once you put the seed of thought out there,
Well, it's people are grasping just like they did in the Rodney case. Any little
But-
thing that came out, any little, oh look, the fire cameras came out. Everybody was within
Oh my
6
God,
hours. Everybody was positive.
The fire cams were a complete joke.
Shit show.
you know,
Look,
it's just-
the fact that case is still open proves we were correct.
Oh, that car wasn't in the water when they were searching that lake. Not the first time around. No way.
Now,
Sorry.
and see that one I could see. I mean, I got my theories, and they're definitely conspiracy. And I think there are certain police forces that are in on the game, and I think that there are others that are maybe not.
Yeah.
And
you think there's a chance that the FBI haven't inserted a couple people there, hoping it would calm down or see people's reaction, or you know what I'm trying to say?
I don't trust the FBI any more than anybody. So,
Oh,
I think that again, I'm a big look at the binaries and look what the gatekeepers want. And I think with the whole defund police thing and what the gatekeepers want is to take power away from people and to centralize power. And I think that if the money's right, there's definitely a lot of police forces and whole cities, and states and governors,
counties. Yeah.
We'll take whatever money. We'll take the money and get in line. But I don't think everybody's corrupt.
No.
No,
It's easy to look at that area and look at the property values and who owns it, and that problem needed to go away.
Yeah, and I don't think everything is created as a false flag. I also think there's things that are become opportunities to exploit, which is what this Justin guy is doing, is exploiting an opportunity, and also taking down Truth and Transparency's channel in the process. You can't trust people. And
well, I think you got a handful of bazillionaires there, and then you got a little bit more millionaires there, and everybody else is a peon. It's like the king and queen of the castle.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at Alec Murdaugh. I mean, do you think that do you really think he was spending $50,000 a month on his own drug habit, and then embezzling a bunch of money from his company for his own?
It's physically impossible to spend $50,000 a month on drugs and not die.
Right.
Or do you think that he is the certain political high point of a drug industry, and he messed up and his son and wife got taken out in the process? That's where I'm I can see reasonable doubt all over that.
Well, I don't follow that case, but just from what you said, I gotta agree with you.
You got angry with me?
No, I have to agree with you.
Oh. Well, I don't think Alec Murdaugh is a great guy. I think he's like super shady, but I think he's freaked out because I think he got. And
I think he got spanked.
Him. I mean, I think these people let him take money from his own firm for like lots of years and looked away. Like, you think they didn't know what was going on? Come on.
No. He got spanked. Just like in Truckee, what's going on? They wanted a scenario to fit a certain way. They planned it that way. They set it up. I mean, I think something went bad. First of all,
well, and I look at like the Kylie Gabby Petito, and like, what is the FBI in Florida and the police departments in Florida? Are they dumb? I mean, are they that stupid? I don't think so. Like, they really let this kid just get away? I don't know.
Just like the Trinity case. That they used dogs from the house to follow her footprints, and they stopped at the gate at the driveway. Figure that one out.
I don't know much about the Trinity case, but then I also look at like First Nations in Canada. I mean, that stuff wasn't illegal. The Crown in Canada took Native American children from their homes and put them into disgusting schools and killed them and buried them under their schools. Like,
well, I'm not familiar with that, but that sounds like something. If we can get one of these cases cleared up, I can read about.
Well, get familiar with it. Look up First Nations, and you'll find it.
Well, peoples, on that note, I am going to go watch some South Park to cleanse my brain of all of this shit.
Make sure you watch the South Park of Prince.
I'm gonna watch Big Gay Al. He's my favorite.
What was the one that came out? I don't with what's the Prince that's no Prince? Prince.
Oh,
Harry.
Yeah. That was pretty funny too. But I haven't seen Big Gay Al in a while, and somebody sent me the link, so it's just so fabulous. I have to go watch it.
Wait, Big Al.
Well, you enjoy.
If you want some comedy, I forgot the name of the case, but I don't watch the what is that guy? Those two guys. Just one. Morty.
Oh, Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty. Okay. Have you seen the skit they did about that true case in Georgia?
Oh, I don't want anything to do with true crime.
No.
I need good laughy shit before bed.
Oh, you're gonna cry. You're gonna cry because you're gonna laugh so hard. Just go look at Rick and Morty on YouTube when it's the state of Georgia versus gosh, I wish I could remember his name.
I can figure it out.
Yeah, it's only maybe 10 minutes long, but they read the true court transcripts, what transpired between this guy and the judge, and it is so funny. You're gonna cry. I'm telling you right now. If you don't cry, you're not human.
I already got it written down. I'll take a look at it. I appreciate it.
Bear, what did you say that place was again?
What?
Bear, something nation.
Oh, was it True Nation?
I forgot what he said. Big Al, what was it you said?
No, not Big Al. It was
Mama Bear.
Yeah.
What did I say? I don't know.
You're talking about the thing that happened up in Canada. Was it Live Nations?
First Nations.
First
Nation. That's what they call Native Americans in Canada.
Okay.
FIRST.
First, yes.
Okay.
Like not second, but first. Hey, Big Al, do you have children?
I don't, unfortunately. I would have loved to raise a couple little comedians on this planet back in the 80s, but it just never happened.
Well, anyone on the panel who has children, or not on the panel in the chat who has children, like, and I'm a Gen X mom, and my son's 11, so he's like a alpha Gen. And our favorite show to watch together, hands down, is Psych.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
But it's super fun to watch with a child because it's like it doesn't have any sexual crap.
Right.
Funny and
Definitely not watching Big Mouth then.
and it's got like a lot of throwback, like tons. Every episode is a throwback to awesome 80s, 90s stuff of
I
my
miss the 80s so much.
like stuff that's funny to me, but then it's funny. The show is funny for him, so it's like that perfect combo of humor.
I miss roller skating and
I love roller skating.
being able to just pull a girl's hair so she knew that you liked her, you know. God.
Well, that was mean.
Well, I mean, it still works. It's just in a different way.
Ah!
And on that note, folks, I'm out like a fart in a hurricane. It was wonderful talking to everybody. Thanks for having me on panel, Scarlett.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for coming up.
I'm gonna do some digging on that boy.
Okay. Yeah.
I might do that tomorrow morning because I've got a couple hours free. So I'm gonna
Okay.
dig into his URL and see what I can find out about his business.
Okay, because I do have some emails also, and I'm fixing to DM you his actual name.
Okay, cool.
In just a second. So
awesome. Thank you.
All right.
All right, y'all. Take care.
Good night.
God bless.
Bless you.
Okay. Let me get the link for Judy. Okay. All right, Judy, I put it back out for you. Freckles, hey, how are you? I didn't even realize that Judy had dropped.
I got to get up early, so
okay.
I'm going to also get out. But thank you very much for having me up here.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming up and hanging out for a little while.
That's always fun.
Nice to see you, Reaper.
You too. Hope you guys all have a great day tomorrow.
All right, you too.
All right, bye.
Bye. Okay. Judy came up and then she must have hit the wrong thing again and it knocked her back off. So let's throw it back. Oh, wait, here she is. Okay, Judy, are you back?
Yep. What happened?
Okay. I don't know. You came up and right whenever I started to bring you up on panel, you disappeared on me.
I don't know. It was acting weird. I got bumped off and I wasn't even touching nothing.
Yeah, I didn't even realize you were down until I saw you say you needed the link again.
Yeah. Well, I didn't realize everybody's going home.
Yeah, Big Al said he's just going to go watch something else, and then Vapor said he had to get up early in the morning, so he was going to drop too.
Well, I didn't get to say goodbye to him. That's all right.
Okay, I was trying to see what everybody... I think they were talking about that First Nation stuff that Mom Bear was talking about in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's if you look up like First Nations, Canadian, quote unquote boarding schools. So they would take the Native children away from their families and put them in schools to, basically take them away from their heritage. And and that's a huge problem with like Natives, which, I mean, of course, I'm United States American, and it's heartbreaking because in our area, it's against the Native Americans. In Australia, it's against the Aborigines, in Africa, it's against a lot of people, but it's taking the essence of everything that is pure and good and salt of the earth and spiritual of these people, taking it away from them.
That's sounding awful familiar.
Well, it should sound familiar because it happens all around the world, and it happens to all of the originals all around the world.
Yeah, I thought I saw it in BBC or what, I don't know, whatever.
There is actually a show, I don't know how many people in here watch Yellowstone, but there's actually a show called 1923 that at first it came out, like a few months ago, came out with 1883, which shows how Yellowstone got started. Like it tells that whole story. and then like the Duttons and all of that, and then it goes into 1823. I mean 1923, and in 1923 it's where the Duttons are there. They've already established their ranch and everything, but in that series it has a part in there where they're talking about that, where they will go get these school age Native American kids, and the one that they have in the show is like a Catholic one, and they mistreat the Native American kids in it. And I don't know if that's how it really was back then.
That is how it was. They put them in these schools with just like Native American children and basically re-educated them about how wrong their existence was.
Take away their language.
And
the
abuse
language
them.
and all that. Yeah, it's all that in the show. They literally will, in the show it tells like they will beat them and say that they're going to beat it out of them.
Yeah.
Like it's like I said, I didn't know if it was because how shows are whenever they come out, but it explains it. And there's just the one girl that's in there. They do her so bad that she ends up, there was 2 nuns that she ends up unaliving, and she runs away from the school and all that, and the priests come out looking for her and bring her back, and any school age Native American child that they come across, they will take that child and take it back to the school.
Yes, and they took the children from their home and threatened their parents, like, you're poor, this or that, and
right.
and then that leads to the kind of generational trauma, and then natives get the reputation for being alcoholics, which you would be too if one, your child was taken away from you, or 2, you were the child taken away from and abused and then sent back out to exist in the world.
That's like a genocide of a that's a genocide of what? What do you call it?
Well, I mean, genocide is genocide. Genocide means like a killing of a race, but
right. So after you take their kids and you educate them your way, once that other place is dead and gone, the kids are educated in the way of whoever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and America does that too, like in conjunction with world people. We go into Africa and Asian countries in the guise of doing some kind of service. And, one time my son and I went to church and here in the United States, and the church was talking about their great cause, their great global cause of going over and helping in this country. I think it was in Asia. I don't think it was Africa, but it was somewhere in Asia. And he was preaching about really proudly about what they were doing for these children, which was like teaching education, divinity,
obviously religion.
But well, that was part of it, education and food, and I don't know what the other thing was, and then he told this story about how this little girl who was 9 years old, he always would ask the children, like, what's your favorite part about this school, and what's your least favorite part? And he said this little girl said, my least favorite part is not being with my parents. And my favorite part was when I had break and could go be with my parents and work on the fields with my parents. And what was the worst part of that is that he was like gobsmacked, like surprised, and like, what child wants to go work on the fields? And I'm just sitting there in church thinking, the child who was taken away from her parents at 9 years old. Like,
oh, yeah.
And that's what Western civilization thinks is great, is infiltrating other countries and taking children away from their parents for the sake of education.
Well, the problem is that's not going to be a problem if we don't take care of a few other world problems first.
The problem is that same person, I went and looked him up because I wanted to call him to tell him, this is what you're preaching about is not okay. Like, nothing is okay about taking a 9-year-old child away from her parents.
Yeah.
For any reason. And then I saw that when he was with my church, he did a whole seminar on family unity. and I looked and I found a PDF of what he had written about it, about keeping families together. And I just thought, this is why mega churches suck. And this is why when you get involved in this kind of global activism, you lose sight of the truth.
Yeah, it turns from feed the children to
take children away from their parents.
Let's make slaves.
Take children away from their parents.
Right.
From family, from everything that matters to them, from everything that gives them a sense of real security.
And who gives them the right to do that?
What gives them a right to do that? Altruistic people. Everybody, good do-gooders.
So people like you that with a brain must be scary to them.
It's the story of history.
Yeah.
Altruistic, do-gooder, over civilized civilizations going into societies where life is working just fine, and they are at one with God and with the salt of the earth, and have family. And so anyway, that reminds me of like the First Nations thing, just destroying everything that's good.
I'm gonna have to look into the First Nation thing.
Yeah, I think the more you talk, the more it's like I know what you're gonna say. I think I've seen a movie or a show or some documentary on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you look into like the actual families that tell their stories, you'll cry a lot. You'll cry a lot, and you'll hopefully end up praying a lot for them.
I couldn't possibly pray more than I have in the last week and a half, but I suppose I can sneak a couple extra in.
Oh, you won't be able to stop it. But if you don't necessarily go to A&E, go to the videos of the families and the generations and the children and grandchildren that are telling the stories with their parents who were in those places.
Okay.
And then what it does to the next generation, that's what the thing is natives aren't so-called alcoholics for no reason. It's generational because of what they were put through.
Because they miss their children.
Natives. It's all natives. It's all originals,
I'm actually writing it down now so I don't forget the name of it.
I mean, think about it. You got China sending friggin' balloons over the United States and all over. It's like everybody's lost their god-darn mind.
Well, I mean, are we really scared of balloons? Did we send a man to the moon in 1969, and in 2023 we're afraid of balloons?
It's not the balloons. It's how... I guess what I'm thinking is, with our technology, those damn things should have never come across the United States. It should have been detected and shot.
That's what I'm saying. You got to pick one. We either had the technology to send a man to the moon in 1969, or were afraid of balloons in 2023.
Exactly. So, yeah. So either you're going to man up and take care of business and say, no, you're not putting a balloon over the United States. And I don't care if it's a weather balloon. And I found you over the coast before you hit California or whatever the hell they came from. And you didn't cross over the United States land. They had a lot more respect for us. But no, this thing gets talked about over, what was it? Montana?
Yeah,
Well,
I think it was where it was
when
first.
did the United States care about protecting people? if it was a problem over Montana, I don't think they would have been afraid about shooting it down out of protection for Americans.
Right, but how did it get to Montana?
Yeah, exactly. It had to go through a whole part of the United States, right?
Right. It should have been stopped before it even crossed the land of the United States. And China would have said, holy shit, they're on the ball. But no, we noticed it in Montana and then discussed how we're going to take it down. Meanwhile, that damn thing's collecting information. It's got solar panels. What are we?
I mean, yeah, we are stupid if we're worried about a balloon over Montana because China's done infiltrated us. They literally create all of the tech that we use. So to think that they don't already have all surveillance over everything that we use, my phone included, right here, right now. Don't even get me started on TikTok and Facebook. I mean, come on.
I have wrote a
And
note
the 60% of stores that China owns.
What's the matter, Scarlett?
I wrote something down a minute ago, and I don't know what I did with it.
Welcome to my world.
But I haven't gotten up though. That's the thing.
Well, I'm not nuts.
Where did it go?
You wait till your memory goes. You'll think of me and say I shouldn't have picked on her.
My memory is shot. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh, you don't have a clue. You don't have a clue.
Just sit here and wrote this down on a sticky note.
What was it? First Nations boarding school?
No, I wrote that down, and it's still on my little sticky pad. But I wrote something down before that, and then I tore it off to write down on the next little sticky note about the First Nation, and I don't know where I put the other sticky note.
Is it stuck under the second sticky note?
No.
Check Milo.
No, Milo he's outside.
You drop it on the floor? Is it on your clothes?
No, I don't know where it went to. I have no idea.
Check your lap.
Oh my gosh, y'all. This ain't even.
Did it fall off the end of the flat earth?
Never mind, y'all. I stuck it on my calendar.
Thank you.
I wrote a name down on it so I could remember the name.
And you put it right where you knew what it was.
And I stuck it. I have a bad habit of writing notes down and then sticking them on my calendar so I don't lose them. And I stuck it on my calendar.
But you always stick it on your calendar. So never mind.
Yeah, it's been a rough night.
I know the feeling.
For real. But I needed that name. Well, it's actually two different names, but I needed those names just in case we needed them to look up anything else, and I didn't want to lose them, so I stuck them up on my calendar. My poor calendar, y'all, I can't even see the dates on it. It's just full of sticky notes.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
All right, Scarlett. Well, I know that you're nicotining fitting.
Yeah, I'm almost out.
You still got some? Yeah.
I still got. I got almost a half of a tank.
You better share.
And I'm completely out of the bottle. I poke holes in the bottom of my bottle because I don't waste any juice, and it's hard to squeeze it out. So I stick a hole in the bottom of it and squeeze the rest of it. And I'm completely out. We got to get up in the morning and go get some. Okay. White widow baby. That's fine, honey.
Well, Scarlett, I really, really enjoy your voice.
Oh, well, thank you.
and your channel. I really appreciate you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us.
Thanks for having me. I hope I
You're
didn't.
welcome.
I didn't overstep anything.
No, having a
no,
lawyer
you're
in
good.
chat, that's handy.
I don't practice law these days.
But you understand it.
I do.
There you go.
Hey, cool gamer. How are you? Mandy, how are you? Just trying to catch up in chat here a minute. Ow. Mandy, you haven't missed a whole lot, really. I wouldn't say. I did play a video back at the beginning of the live that is of a
God
guy
help
who
us.
is spreading some lies and stuff like that. Very disgusting dude. So that's pretty much it. I mean, we kind of talked about it. We had Big Al and Vapor up on panel with us. Stone Gator was up here with us for a little while. And then Judy and Mom Bear's been up here with me. And we've been kind of discussing it, and that's about it.
That was painful. I hate to tell you that. That was painful.
I was so mad. Literally.
Oh my God. I hope you don't have to post things like that too often.
I didn't really want to post it.
Well, you
but
had to.
it was something that needed to be addressed because of what was being said. Like, I'm here to be a voice for these kids. And I can't let somebody talk about the kids. And, even Dylan, like I said, I've got questions, but you can't sit there and say stuff that can potentially get the girl hurt, because that's not right. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And that was just wrong completely. And I don't want to see her get hurt. I don't want to see Bethany get hurt. And
I think everybody ought to keep their nose out of other people's business. And I think the whole world would get along a whole lot better.
Yeah. And just, it wasn't right.
It's like your life isn't busy enough. You got to insert yourself in somebody else's.
Well, not just that, just putting out people's medical information.
Falsehoods.
Lies and putting it lies. He doesn't have access to her medical information.
And if you ain't got receipts and you're reporting on somebody that talked to somebody that talked to... Jesus, you're so far off, you don't even know what the hell day of the week it is.
I have heard so many times on YouTube, and this is coming from somebody that don't even have a YouTube channel. Just somebody who goes, to a few different channels, and they're always saying, I know this, or I know that, or I've got this information or got that, but can't never provide a receipt. I can't say, I know what it is, but I can't tell you what it is. I got this from so-and-so, but I can't tell you where I got it from. And it gets, annoying after a while.
When you pass information on, okay? Like, for instance, they're saying on Channel A that 1 and 1 is 2. And on Channel B, they're saying 1 and 1 is 3.
Right.
Well, the point is that when you go to hit 1 and 1 is 2, it don't play. There's no receipts. There's nothing.
Right.
But 1 and 1 and 3 plays. So the only thing you can pass on is being a reputable channel owner. You know what I'm saying? You got to divide the nonsense. But if you say something about somebody, you better be able to prove it in case they come back on you.
Yeah. And this guy, just the whole thing with Chief Fry, like, I have questions about that too, but you just can't come to a public platform like this and put that out. Or put it out on Facebook or put it out on Twitter. Like, you can't do that and accuse somebody of being in FBI custody because they murdered 2 people.
Well, it's just like me saying I talked to Mama Bear tonight, met her. Well, if I can't come up with this damn video right here, sucks to be me.
Right. And I mean, I've done watched this dude's video. Like, I watched it my own self earlier. Then I watched it again on another channel that somebody was playing. And then I watched it before I went live, and then on my live. That's 4 times I've watched this day. Like, my blood pressure was like through the roof by then.
I hope you were playing it in fast mode.
And no, I was playing it in normal because I was wanting to make sure that I retained everything that this dude was saying. So if it for whatever reason he took it down and I had to remember it, it was just like I was trying to make sure I remembered everything, and even wrote a lot of the stuff down because it was just.
It's just like me coming to you and saying, this guy right here who did this video bothered me, or you can use it on a court case or whatever. I better be able to tell you what video, and I should be able to tell you approximately where it is on the video.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody's got a 5-hour video and I want to show you a piece of evidence, I don't expect you to watch 5 hours of it.
Right, just tell them what part it is, and so they can go watch it. But this dude, you know, like like CB said, apparently everybody's getting arrested Wednesday. It for whatever reason, everything that he talks about happens on the same day. Dylan gets attacked on the 13th. Chief Fry gets arrested on the 13th.
I think he's working for Bryan.
He's supposed to be having an interview with Dylan Wednesday. Everybody else is getting arrested on Wednesday.
Probably his father's paying for an alibi.
It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, honestly.
He's trying to scare that girl off and cause her so much mental stress that when they get her on the stand, that lawyer's going to tear her up.
Yeah, and then him saying that he works for the defense off the books.
But if she's got a good mental state and it's not letting this shit happen, and they do have her in protective custody, and everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing, it sucks to be them too, because you don't know. Plan's not working.
Yeah. So I don't know. It got my blood pressure up tonight. I was trying not to cuss y'all, and I do apologize for that, but I tend to have a.
You made a lot of money in the swear jar tonight, but you had somebody fronting you.
I know.
That was pretty cool.
Big Al said he was going to go ahead and throw $100 in the swear jar for me to go ahead and fill it up.
Yep.
Crime crazy. I was the whole working for the defense, but off the books. Like the video wasn't funny, but that part was. Like,
but
come
on
on,
top of that, him saying he was brought into this because of his trans status to defend Dylan for her transness, which again, everything he said, in my opinion, is a big fat lie. But
it got the attention off Bryan, though, didn't it?
You can't be working for the defense, which is Bryan Kohberger, and simultaneously be working for the prime witness fingering Bryan Kohberger.
Right.
That was a big oxymoron.
Doesn't make any sense.
Oxymorons from hell, 101.
But I mean, I really appreciate that in you putting up his video, that you weren't entertaining it and you were putting it up to show its ridiculousness.
You were being stopped.
Yeah, I wouldn't have put it up and defended the guy at all.
You passed the test. She was stalking you.
Wait, who?
Mom Bear.
Oh.
She was making sure you didn't answer that the wrong way.
Oh, no, I was, I was.
That was good, though. That's good.
That guy went on her channel, not Lost Souls channel, not Scarlett's channel. The guy went on the other channel.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, I don't know. Has anyone seen whether Lana has completely ripped that apart yet?
No, because I only got to watch probably 30 minutes of it, I would say, which was the reason why I was a minute or two late coming into my live, because I was trying to watch that. But I couldn't leave everybody in here hanging either, so I didn't get to finish watching it. So I'll probably go back and watch it once I'm done.
I love it to come here. So I mean, if she doesn't call him out in the next 24 hours, she's a sucker.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe she's gonna dig into it all, and everything.
You got Elliot
so.
Pollock. He answered somebody by saying, "I do not recall there being that or that my mention in the PCA." And I'm trying to scroll back.
Oh, he was talking about. Hold on, let me go back to his one before that, because he had said something. He said, Has anyone else heard about the storage units at Kohberger's apartment that weren't searched? And I told him, yeah, that I didn't hear that it wasn't searched, but it was in the search warrant.
There you go. I just thought somebody was
apartment.
trying to ask an important question, and we missed it, so I didn't want to.
I don't recall there being any mention of it in the PCA. Yeah, I don't think they mentioned it in the PCA, but they didn't mention it with the stuff that they took from his apartment. Like, there wasn't anything that they got at his office, but they never put in that on the page of the stuff that they took or item seized or whatever. They didn't say that they got anything out of the storage unit.
They're not gonna. It's none of our business till June.
But then again, he might not even been using it, the storage unit.
Exactly.
So there might not have been anything in it anyway. So
there is a tarot card reader I saw today. Just FYI, something to plant a seed. She said that it came out that within about a week. She said there's going to be a big, huge break in this case, or some big announcement, or something big anyway, or rather large. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if she's correct. But anyway, I'm going to get down off the panel.
Okay. I'm probably just going to end it here in a few minutes anyway.
I'm going to get off and play a game for a few minutes and wait for you to read your email.
Oh, let me go do that real quick.
Don't read it out loud, Jesus.
All right, let's see. Okay, Elliot, have a good night. Okay, so it's the first one, right?
Yeah, don't read it out loud. Don't read nothing.
Okay.
And if that makes sense to that email, then you got the right one.
Okay, I see it. Let me see. Okay, yeah, you can just let me know.
I'm right after this, so.
Okay. Ashley B, I got your email. And yes, that is the real one. Let me look at her second one. Oh, okay. And I also got your second email. So thank you for that information. Okay. I'm sorry, Judy. Go ahead.
It's no problem, hon. I'm going to get down. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm just going to get down, and I got to get into file for a few minutes.
Okay.
And then I'll, talk to you to, you know what I mean?
Okay. That's fine. Yeah. I'll email you back once I'm done.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Bye.
Okay. All right. Have a good night.
Bye, Judy.
Okay. Wait, I'm trying to. Okay, I think I'm caught up on all the chat now. Okay. I think anyway. I have 10 million things going on. It's crazy. Bryan Kohberger is not the only suspect. I do know that. I do think that he might have had help. I'm just curious if if Ellie has any idea who this other person may be. Okay. Discussing. Okay, so there's going to be many arrests. Yes, it's everything's supposed to happen on Wednesday, which is the Ash Wednesday, the 22nd. So yeah, there's supposed to be a lot going on that day. So, all right, yeah. If y'all haven't hit the like button, please do so. For those who are not subscribed, please subscribe. We would love to have you in chat with us. Trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's it.
All right, Scarlett, thank you so much for having me on.
Oh, thank you so much for coming up. You got to do that more often.
I really appreciate you a lot.
Well, thank you. I appreciate all of you as well. You guys are awesome. For
all
real.
Right. I want you to have a great night and a great day tomorrow.
Thank you. You do the same.
Okay. Good night.
All right. Good night. Okay, all right. Let's see here. White Widow Baby, have a good night. Okay, I'm fixing to get out of here too, y'all. Okay. And just in case nobody had heard, which I'm sure everybody has, they did, the Nicola Bulley case, they did find a body, which now would have been day before yesterday. And then it was confirmed on Monday that it was her. And she was found in the river. They said one place said about a mile, one place said about a little less than a mile from where the bench was that they think she went into the river, but they did find her. So keep the family, especially their two daughters, in your prayers. Let's see. Trying to think if there's anything else. I do need to get my stuff. I have some stuff together for the Madalena case, and Crumb Crazy, poor thing, she actually did type something up for me that I was going to read out tonight, but I would have that ready for tomorrow. Wait, it was by a psychic, and he's found other before Crazy. Okay, I'm just catching up real quick, y'all, before I end it. Okay, so if y'all haven't done so, please hit the thumbs up on your way out. Thank you all for coming and joining us tonight. I love you all. I hope you all have a wonderful night, and I will see y'all tomorrow.